Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Imaraba Gaskiya TV zo. Yau muna cikin gari na Tamale. Inda muka zo wato mu dauko muku kamar kanda muka saba. Taro na manema labarai ta yada wato wannan atisayi da ke gabanmu na shekara 2021 na ƙididdigar mutane da kuma yawan gidaje a cikin kasar Ghana. Nan akan Gaskiya TV da kuma Gaskiya TV Plus, wato kuma akan shirye-shiryen Taskar Gaskia. Kai tsaye muke kawo muku wanga shirye-shirye da Light Foundation ta assasa bayan zama daga Accra, aka kuma zo Kumashi na biyu, sa'annan kuma yanzu an zo Tamale shine na uku. A karkashin jagorancin Sheikh Ali Abubakar na fari. Mu duka muka zo waton nanga bigirin. Ko me zai faru cikin nanga insha Allah za mu nuna muku akan Taskar Gaskia TV da kuma Gaskiya Plus.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ألم يأن للذين آمنوا أن تخشع قلوبهم لذكر الله وما نزل من الحق ولا يكونوا كالذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبل فطال عليهم الأمد فقست قلوبهم وكثير منهم فاسقون. اعلموا أن الله يحيي الأرض بعد موتها قد بينا لكم الآيات لعلكم تعقلون. إن المصدقين والمصدقات وأقرضوا الله قرضا حسنا يضاعف لهم ولهم أجر كريم. والذين آمنوا بالله ورسله أولئك هم الصديقون والشهداء عند ربهم لهم أجرهم ونورهم. والذين كفروا وكذبوا بآياتنا أولئك أصحاب الجحيم. أولئك أصحاب الجحيم. اعلموا أنما الحياة الدنيا لعب وله وزينة وتفاخر بينكم وتكاثر في الأموال والأولاد كمثل غيث أعجب الكفار نباته ثم يهيج فتراه مصفرا ثم يكون حطاما وفي الآخرة عذاب شديد ومغفرة من الله ورضوان وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور. التكبير. Brother Shoaib Abdurrahim, may Allah bless you for the recitation from the Holy Quran. And a gathering of this nature, we need to open the ceremony with a powerful prayer. And we have distinguished guests amongst us. And one is the regional chief imam. And we will call on him to give us the opening prayer for this particular program. And tell Lamora T. Yasola Titalafakama Muninye Zabio Lemam Kona to Atiti Katatil program.
الحمد لله رب العالمين. فرض لنا ونتمنى ونتمنى لنا من أطيعه وصوات رسوله. كرجلا مسلتي نعبد جل توكلنا بهم رسول كام تكنا نفهم أفعال سيدنا يسوع. لو كان دولا وين نعتقد تنسيون رسول الله تيسنا الحمد لله. ولا نقول كل شيء. كنا أبركنا تقول. Tinha ele sertão da rada, vinha ele dizer, não é catou canal. Por Gana, quando Josué Java, você também cara mo, carinha dia sábado isso mas é não me aguentei, cara, não me sábado. Nenhum Josué tamba, lá no céu, lá no antigo, belama Nous comme ça, il y a tant de comme la école quand on est porque je me donne dans l'université. Ai quand ni ai quand ni l'état avec pour l'université ça va bien. Nous ici on la l'université. Adam tout calé. Je comme ça que pour calé Adam tout kakal musulma kakal banye kikima ni kama kakal ma the musulma zamsim nabitri dudu selbe ma to sino la kokoma ni kama sino kama bi ko tofte ka bambe sal dimmo selbe kalmani dudu ni mo dire puni musulmi ma sawat ko da tayela kami kana bi kalma musulmi zaha adadi dinye yisam zuwa tanko kan sama ka dunya tiya biya ma kar musat le musulna zo bunye ne tra ne ga tan din kama tan da din tatuma gina nimo kalma da ta ka to kuma ko ma ko yuzu kalma ko ne anya musulma ka ayyuha yo kuma anya musulma Turismo kate travel mai ne tiskara tini kate kuchasta karni ne sunjira pura. Tu sura gochu andona somba. Dona ita somba. Nanta bi yeseda haka tumu ka patutwa. Banyan karna banyitu kamda haka buta. Nora wani ita lamu na lafi. Nora kun jiwan da tu hanba. اللهم ربنا يا ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم. وتب علينا انك انت التواب الرحيم. اغفر لنا وارحمنا انك انت الغفور الرحيم سبحان ربك.
Alhamdulillah, Pak Benong Tabata, Tinana Tablana, the Tita Fakama, Nenam Atoa, no Yushima. To Pumpama, Tinya Pambe, Bejima, Pambe, Landa Jimoni. To Melapukata, Nete Zampama Rosolo, to Kajima Nam Nti. Elle Mumbe, to the Dromopolomo, Mulinye Chef Eliasu. ko nyala mun kana peji mone ko onye kan ganu ko so nyala me ko kan dele pa so ganu ko te lamal Mavi Abdul Jabbar Adam from Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission obanya mun be ko peji mone to dale fa kama dale fa kama dale fa kama to dale fa kama dale fa kama munye regional chief imam Sheikh Ahmad Abdul Salam mun punyo jimo zamtete obanya danganu so pare ko ponna pon nkana no tinye jimani en changshan obanya la mun be ta haite be mani to mun me pose o ma ne yala mun ba domin de kala nu polo kapi tuma zamto jimo poni dozo de malasa hashati yanzo no solo zole sama i page ten icheka solo bang mbaya to mun pahanye Abdul Samad Al Hassan Faruqiya Karambaki Sheikh Abdul Samad Al Hassan Sheikh Abdul Samad Al Hassan Faruqiya Karambaki mbaya kurbanye mun kana shi ma takbir to mun payamami mun George Agbenyo ko to Ghana Mobile Ghana Statistical Service baninye bansu nirbu kalbiye to Ghana tan bango puni muninye mun kan to zabazani George Agbenyo to tulamal Sheikh Salfu Ishaq ko banyala mun be tijingo puni atakbir ozala te da fa kama Sheikh Daruzani nkana no tinye te programme ni champion to na wi ko punu punu tian galan on Sheikh Abdul Nasser ko kana antazam domi lamu ite lamu do malati yan piso no lejima zo dinyan prisham halar naro munye jima tundana to kati ganu ba Sheikh Abdul Nasser no kana tazam la nisa somu gamu manzango solo Sheikh Abdul Nasser atakbir
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, all praises and thanks are due to Allah, the Almighty, the Sustainer and the Cherisher. I deem it a great honor to be called upon to introduce the chairman for today's occasion. This gem of a scholar completed his Arabic studies at the secondary level in Ambaria Islamic Institute in the year 1994. 2 years after, he completed his secular education in Tamale Senior High School, where he pursued general arts. His quest to serve humanity did not make him rest. Same year, 1996, he got enrolled into the Islamic University of Medina, Saudi Arabia, where he graduated with a first degree in Islamic law. Like Oliver Twist, he still wanted more. Between 2001 and 2004, he acquired his second degree master's in Islamic jurisprudence, same year, same institution. They say, a determined mind knows no rest and sees no obstacles when it pursues greatness, especially in his service to Islam. The rare personality decided to go for the ultimate. With such an impeccable academic records in his previous 2 degrees, he won again a scholarship to study a doctorate degree in same university, where he again graduated with a doctorate degree in Islamic jurisprudence, that's Maqasid al-Sharia. Saudi Kingdom, knowing the quality of knowledge this noble personality was carrying, engaged him as a lecturer in same university from 2010 to 2013. Being aware of his humble beginning and knowing the task in the fight against Islamic religious ignorance pursued under the establishment of the Ambariya Islamic Institute by the late Sheikh Yusuf Salih Adra, rahimahullah, he decided to return to the Noble Institute to serve the Ummah. While in Ghana, he felt the need to widen his education to Islamic religion, to reach people who could not understand the Ghana language. This was the motivation behind his enrollment into the University of Cape Coast, where he graduated with a postgraduate diploma in education. Currently, he is the head of the senior high section of the Ambariya education in Ambariya in the Immaculate Ambariya Islamic Institute. He also doubles as the chaplain of the Great Ambariya Senior High School, where he also teaches Islamic religious studies. Ladies and gentlemen, our chairman is no other person than our own brother, teacher, mentor, and Islamic scholar, Sheikh Dr. Muhammad Awal Isa. Audience, your chairman. Chairman, your audience. Thank you.
Okay, so we will now move to our chairman and then listen to what remarks he has towards the speech with regards to his introduction. So, chairman, what are your remarks for your audience?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, the merciful, may He send His peace to our beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his households, his companions, and all those who follow his guidance till the day of reckoning. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. My own father, Regional Chief Imam, my own mentor, Sheikh Ilyas, and the elders here together, the congregation. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. It has been a great honor to be part of this Islamic exercise. Not to talk of the congregation being observed that as among the youngest among them, you are the right person. They can pull on the task to be able to pilot the congregation to the right destination. I thank the organizers very well for giving me the opportunity to be part of this gathering, and also to pilot the gathering to the right destination. And I think with the presence of our Chief Imam and the elders here, the congregation shall, inshallah ta'ala, end successfully with the achievement of the agenda in which we assembled here. Now, name to so the power na tamlana na so when la ante asrango ka the parliament shall jeni tamanta pamba muslim se zore bane ijin tongo the ba the za zorlana wonanya yabe za no lemam the pamba bampahe the pana woni the pamba ban organize jimama banto gahanu mbwale kama ngaberne jiman lam kabanya kamane behbam pai ninkorama puni mbe behmani katayema behma puni ne anjanma le jima katapamba na te zola namna tapanama kalsang jima sanchang bento na changshan binya makabatima nenji nzangti mi tuman pumbala manan pambalam tanam behmo ntone tiji rozona badahal barka ndamana ona kanani koni tasorna na tatamnana nejima de chamfe yalanga taba ponza zang gobele ndamana ona tamnana tasorna woni na ota katanya jima na bo na tanshin jima bore to ashale karadan fane kari polo katazang zang koni na ona mulala tati Nazang Nasore Salo Lalaji Mama Dokoto Chang She Inama Untamanu Toroso Izani Nasane Zang Night Ma Zang Te MC Ko Zang Jima Zang Chang Now Nang Tumurosa Katai Now De Sobo.
Alhamdulillah. We are grateful to our chairman for his acceptance to chair this particular gathering. Te pa te piama unye Dr. Awal ne onta di benzang to share zang to tell our puni. Pumpo atoba ne te zang so media men chabang pamba mana ndo song pam ka lango mama kariyan champam zo ka dirbatiri da fani. To the media partner, Life Foundation media partner, Banyala Pam Pam, Bedang Baga Ankara, Hanno Kumasi, Anshatin Lango, the Pilankara, in Chamkumasi, Naya Kanata To Bamiya Bank Pambama, Domin Life Foundation Zampa and Zia Buntaba, Pilankara, Kana Hanno Kumasi, Tilakaman Dwale, in Kana Halle Tamale, Domin Bumi, the Darshani Yesham, the Gwen Kambusi, Ba Duzosa. Gaskia TV, Barinye Bampamba Zambopal and Zuyaban, the Light Foundation, Ne Bupamba Pamcheka, Jimama, Karachampam Zoka Muslim, Tiritan Fani. Gaskia TV, Manila, Bambi, over 52 countries across the world. Ale Bukavre Nyadin Champam, Kate Pamatum Muslim Bujandi, Ne Bupamba Kampun, Gaskia TV. To tell other media partners that we have invited for this particular program. We have Sagani TV here. We have Joy News is also here. We have Zara Radio is also here. We have Dominance Multimedia and Superle FM are also here. And we also have. Okay, so I think for now, those are the media partners that we have invited to be part of this program who have graced our occasion. We also have Radio Tamale who are also here, and Tamale Online are also in this particular program, so they can carry the program for others who are not here to benefit from whatever engagement we are having here. And so I'll take the honor to deliver the welcome address for and on behalf of the Light Foundation, and I'm in the person of Abdul Wahab, a member of the Light Foundation. And the Light Foundation has been in existence for more than a decade. And it is a humanitarian organization that has been engaged in helping Muslim communities and rural communities across Ghana and beyond. And over the period, the Light Foundation has been working in the areas of education, healthcare, empowering women and the vulnerable, delivering infrastructure, water provisioning, tower, among others. All this is to ensure that the Muslim Ummah in Ghana and beyond have a meaningful life and a decent life to live. And that has been the focus of the Life Foundation for almost 2 decades now. The program for which we have extended invitations to distinguished personalities to be here, to engage, is we all know that there is an upcoming census, which is the 2021 Housing and Population Census that is to be conducted by the government of Ghana through the Ghana Statistical Service. And so it is important that key stakeholders and important personalities who carry weight when they speak are invited and engaged on the essence and the need to encourage the Muslim Ummah and beyond to take this particular census very important and essential to the survival of rural communities and vulnerable communities and Muslim communities across Ghana. And so for this particular program, we have extended invitation to you, distinguished personalities, to come and partner with us so we can jojo and come to a conclusion on how we can encourage the Muslim Ummah, especially our imams, how we can deliver the message from here that we would have concluded on to the Muslim Ummah on the need for them to play a part, not just a part, an active part and an active role in getting themselves counted and getting their families and friends counted as well. And so that is the basic purpose for which we are gathered here. And at this juncture, I would want to draw a curtain on my welcome address so we can carry on with the program as planned. And so at this moment, I would wish to call on Mr. George Agbenye, the statistician of the Northern region, who is here with us, to share with us, from the perspective of the Ghana Statistical Service, what they have for the people of Ghana in the upcoming population and housing census. Tiang Ghana no mbole te Pema Muninye Mr. George Agbenyo Muninye Bumpiso Tumna from Ghana Statistical Service Bansu Solo Kabiyo to Awa ne Okanate Zambizin and Yeshale is anti solo. So Rumpon Ratin the Rosani. I think they love Ashal original is anti solo. Attack Bill.
I will urge the various personalities who shall deliver their messages to be snapped in the submission, because we have only 90 minutes. By exactly 12 o'clock, we have to dispatch as promised. May Allah guide all of us.
Good morning. The chairman, the regional chief imam, Islamic and all dignitaries on the high table, other Islamic clerics, media, and ladies and gentlemen. I think Ghana Taskar Service deem it a very privilege to be invited for this all very important occasion. The topic is 2031 Population Census Advocacy and Stakeholder Engagement. And the question also remains, who are the stakeholders in census? I would like to say everybody is a stakeholder. The public, the academia, the research community all need data for planning. Without data, you cannot plan. So when it comes to the census, Statistical Service rely on everybody for this exercise. One may ask, what is population and housing census? Population and housing census is the stock taking or counting everybody in Ghana. And this one is done once in every 10 years. And we don't only count people, we count the houses in which the people live. Why do we count the two? The two are related. People live in houses. People live in houses. Hello? People live in houses, and for that matter, the condition of the house in which the people live have direct relationship with the welfare of the people. Ghana Taskar Service, we have a mandate to do this exercise every 10 years. And our core objective is to make sure that we count everybody and quality data is collected. Why is it so? If the data is not quality, it means that everybody who wants to undertake any activity look for data. And if data is not good enough, you'll be throwing your money away. That is why we always rely on quality data. Muslims and other stakeholders I mentioned earlier have a stake in this census. And I'm very happy the Muslim community have taken it upon themselves. If you want to do any advocacy, request for anything from either the government or other organizations, you just don't go requesting for it. You back your point with data. And if the data is not good enough, you may be denying what you are looking for. So I'm very happy the Muslim community have taken this up. Who are the ambassadors of the census? Those who directly feel that the census have implication for their livelihood. If you want to make advocacy or request for a facility or amenity in a particular community, you just don't go empty-handed. Like I said earlier, you go with data to back your point. You want water for your community, you go with data. The engineer who is bringing this facility also needs data, because let's take for instance pipe-borne water. Before they send the pipe-borne water to any community, they have to look at the population. It has effect on the size of the pipeline that will be laid to that community. That is why we should all take this seriously. What are our rules? Everybody, like the Lighthouse Foundation has taken it. Light Foundation has taken it. We should all be ambassadors to the census. When we go from here, we should all tell our communities, our association, to be part of the census. We've already started with the listing. We are almost done. But the critical part is coming from Monday. We understand, but let us have a little time for this exercise, because the benefit will all reap it. Yes, we have some challenges on the part of the interviewers too. Some interviewers, when they go to the field, they want to cut corners. I'm saying this so that when you go, you help us educate the public. We want everybody to be counted. So if you mention your households and the numerator has not put down all the people in the household, you have the right to question him or you have a right to report. As I said that, let's look at the concept of enumeration or the census. We have what we call the census night, which is 27th June. That midnight, everybody who sleep in your house, they will count all those people. If somebody who might be your household member but did not sleep in the house on that day will not be counted. Will be counted at the place where the person finds himself. Why do we do that? We want to avoid counting people twice. So if we don't adhere to that reference point very well, we might be counting people more than once, and we might be leaving some people out. So everybody who sleep in your household on that census night, the numerator might reach your house after a week or after 2 weeks. But the reference is always those who sleep in your house on that 27th. So this is the key point that we should all remember. So if the person doesn't sleep in the house, that doesn't mean that that person will not be counted. It will be counted at where he slept on that 27th. If the person was ill in the hospital, we'll count that person in the hospital on that 27th. If the person is traveling on that 27th, we have people at the VIP station, STC, wherever, to count that person on that 27th. So once that person is counted at the VIP station or on the way, it means that he has been counted already. So when they reach your house a week after 27th, that person cannot be counted again. It will mean double counting. So with this note, I'm giving only 15 minutes. It's 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. I would like to be, once again, Taskar Service is very grateful for this opportunity. I would like to end it here. But if there's any other question, I can answer. Thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, so Mr. George Agbanya, we are grateful for the words that you have shared with our invited guest. And to our uncle, young person, Nenya, Limutulia, Greta Balnation, Soroti Danfani. So, the program Wami Life Foundation, and ye ban Zam Ban Parazuan Lam Sokam, Barinye Ban Lam Sokam, Dumani. Pamba lemama asanzalema dobukana nti katito bagba diya nang sham ka soloto kale ka muslim madirgo ka tiba nintole be ka nintole be tumamu apuni domin saha pambia mi kanda beti kalma na le katina jena na ngatame ka wala katia nang kangalo ma karache denna ma su the Life Foundation den gahnu bal banye nemfo shaban mbere puni na telemama mo na kamba na kana tijin nye tumani chanchan to kamba yele ni ban statistical service ale banya tutu shamama ne butuma nyami piro ne bayan kala ya shamatin bera bayan kala me zobana kamana tune ente kala ya mama anye ka basab namba shamata bati ya mama to bi kala ya mama ne de to wuhurtame kaman diyan vokom in can ta bishaye dan yawo kaman papu da nun tun da zan can domin da wu ya shana dan bai tamani to dan nun ma za na malla bukata ne bin kana ka da son ba ka kai yawo ma ne bin kai yawo ma na ge kamna la lamna in ta kai da dan du shaban be yawo ma funi to bi in kan na ge ne ban statistical service ban tuma kunyo biyan nan sham kala kalma ma karamin tabbata to da zo ne tinan kaso yina notu somba ka solo bon ne kadama de kalbi ya kaza dan kana sa haya kaza da zo da tuni abjan bere tuni so kam jan kala kalma ma kale da zo ne Life Foundation dan yina da Life Foundation ne yina ente lam muslim madiro ne bu pamba ma to ban diyan basham ka musulman ba yina ka kalma ma tuto kale dare ya dan no ba ya san pam domin mutuma ma shari ka Life Foundation yina in ta bahar ba nuno ma to wala ya ni island ne ba kalma ma she ni soro to zo ka ta har na kama de bi kala baby yan kalba de tuma da ta ballare ne kala an jare bi kana da ta kala ne ta fara gasiya pam domin ya gumsam bon da tumina ya bolya gumsam ka mal number na mal data mal da dan bugu shabban be no she ayan bon na san ya gumsam wa nan ma za to so ka to bolya gumsam da zo ne bin shi mai ne ka na ta kale de ban statistical service ne bishop tum na ma be yin da zam ibo bin yan kai so mana ai da zo ne tu liti lam yana ka ti cheka so ro ba na ka bisha din yan kalma ma kam yan kalma ka nta lora inyale dinya din yan kale ka gana za di dan fani to wala ya ne aile ne ban kan ngoma ne pane yin su ko ka yan ganna kanda ne har gomshi hai so jan mo de kirori din da ma yi pa so jan mo de kirori do ba ni ni ma ne ka yan kolo so bi la shintani do ba ni ma ne ka yan kolo ne zo da bi kala ni mani ka tillaw yin aka ban kan ma kana yan lumtunan laukare an to tuba tuba ne ka tama de brafun kala ka bu kala bu no zo da nan mu ma za ha da ballan bukata ne ti si kyanwo tin yan bage hankal shalbe tin yan bage laban sharfon tin jingo tuni ka ti zaune illa bi ka soro ti di de dan fani to ku do so mani nyanya on yele to ashawo ma ni to yam le sha to sa mi de bu ya ala to to ko en ko ma le ki ka te zam to programa intro to pumpo tiam gala nu mbole the regional chief imam Sheikh Ahmed Abdul Salam ko oyisi kaman minti tisusuni ko zan o zan ko mi shel zan nti solo chef atakbir
alhamdulillah ito sa ko so man tinga sa pam so lemon saha da sabaka tanan ni mo ba da zo mutai to na ka rubo so kan da ha to dole su don dan binni kama fawa to musulun to ne fawa to na kan sai mun da kayan dun musulun ka rubo ma ka ta da sarki to su ga hannun nimmo kan habo ka plan so kuma ka nimmo mo ka fa so kan da ka da so to a ni ko ko ya ni abi ce bai no kan no yan kala bo ga ta ta lo ka ta ka kala to na ba sai na ga la no mun ka to kun kan ta ka sun na ba to lo to ga wanda ta lo sun no bin ka to ka to lo tun kan lo to bisa habe ni ta ya lo na so bi ya ni ya ka wa be dia lo kawai dina ko na fura nan tan ko to da fura ni ti da ko don ta ka ko ya ka fa ni wala son ta da ta zo mu kana ko
masha Allah takbir ti da fa pa ma na ku kya mana ti mal shek aswad bawa wanyala mon kana ti shi mo puni ti mal shek Idris Harun man haliyo banyala mum mbeti jimo puni Dr. Al Hussein ho banyala mum mbakina ti jimo puni to kaman banko nkana yimi mo kanko kana na o ko ti zo mo solo ka solo di amfani shade mbelo puni to na o ko dum ko ti an gala no mbole ti chama ti wona muninye the Life Foundation jangama tumazo ban pambama elam muslim mabirgo na pamba zuwa ne kana inta kwantin yan basham ka muslim mabirgo di amfani shaidan be to shai gwamnati ni an tumo puni mun ne Sheikh Ali na pare mun ne the Life Foundation kema tiyan gata mun bolo ko kana inta zan ozirin ko mun ne Sheikh zan ti solo Sheikh Ali na pare atakbir
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله الأمين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين نعودين تسوه ونعوني نمال بركان جي مفهوني جي بامبا نصور نولي ني انتي ألزم بالشالي دنكو بياني تها جيوما بيان مالا من تبينام ميكو با نكو يامين تانو دون ساما بونشا ناو تيكا تيان انجين شمو مبايا تو أشل زاها ناو تيكا نام أنفاني أمسي ما سارجيا كاين يونا ولين يونا لا يتو عماد تمسبام تنين قرآن تلبامتو نكاتي جياما تنا بباي لوشال بروتي يلبي ونبا تو سوهر غافرة تنين فرا وزل لما نسارجما نعم انت هبن شعرين تكاتي جنتمو دبسوات زايونو كام دنيني كالو كالوي شلدن نندا ka labawe katare we kabane tum 1960 kala kalbu kalu makar nanda ama zo dabsulmo achantu yule nanya tum 1960 dan kana zo do tun ka wa der record biere katmi muslim population ni yeshari amma kana ti yule internet zuɣu na baŋ di kani din ku biɛni nyɛla 2000 ni 2010 di konkon biɛni din wuhi ni kama ni mushkila biɛni ti ni musulnima ti gba be ban pahi ka ti namba nim maa ka di be tiŋa domin ti bi tili lala kalibu ŋɔ maa din nyɛ yiya dini ni salo kalibu ŋɔ maa zaɣa shɛli di ni tu ni ti tili dimi di nyɛla addini puuni ninsali kpaŋ ŋɔ maa n chɛ ka bi kalo naawuni yɛn toola laada piligu yiri shɛli yi maana a daa diini ka a yɛn dohi Sayyidina Umar yɛlti wee addini maa ni kana ti na nyɛ ninvuɣu chɔɣama ninvuɣu gbarima ka naawuni zaŋ addini maa tibigi ti to di roti ti bɔri tibigi n san ka di pa addini maa naawuni ni labisi ti nyaanga to di zuɣu hadisi kana wuhi ni nyɛ musulmi anta ala thagratin min thuguri al-islam fala yu'tayanna min qibala na lɛmi sooja ninvuɣu so ŋun ku nyɛ musulmi lɛmi sooja polinga n zaŋ ti a daadiini musulmi luɣuli kam an be na di chɛ ka gbiligibu shɛli ti yɛn yina ka di yi a polo maa na taɣama to di zuɣu ti ʒi zaman shɛli ŋɔ ni zaman soonga zaman baa ngbaaro ana Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam di niŋ tabbata ka daa shɛli ka o yina n ti yɛli Mu'az ibn Jabal wee kalima diina nima paɣaba ni bihi sokam di pa chɛli ka nyɛla yɛltɔɣa shɛli ka bɛ tooni kanna ka ti mali laasabu n mali shili gulli to di zuɣu musulmi ka a kpaŋa maa irin binshɛŋa yɛla ŋɔ n tiɛha ŋɔ kana ti ʒini ti gɔmnanti o yɛli ti anfaani shɛli din bɛ di puuni gɔmnanti ni yɛn pilaani ti daa shibiti nim yɛltɔɣa ti daa laafee yɛltɔɣa ti daa rizichi nim yɛltɔɣa o yuunila kama ni ti galisim ni nyɛ shɛli n tiɛha binshɛɣu kam ni ku yiisi ti binshɛɣu din daa niŋ Wesel girls di pala yɛltɔɣa shɛli din sɔɣi ti mini yi kpɛŋɔ ti bi ʒimi ni ti sɔɣi yɛltɔɣa shɛli tiɛha ti bi yiisi gɔm ni di konko naawuni daa chɛmi ni lala dahim maa kana ni musulnim zaa ti yiisi domin Ghana ŋɔ di nyɛla secular state so kam ni mali soli ni o niŋ o daadiini ŋɔ bɔli shɛli ka wula ka bi yɛn ni musulin bihi bari karim alkur'an bari lo noli n tiɛha ti zaa nyɛ Rastafarians a ti ma ta school binshɛɣu din niŋ nimaani ka bi yɛli a'a ni ban believe n bala maa bi wubisi bi zabiri bi mali bi believe di zuɣu di tooi niŋ ka bi kpuɣiba a ti ma ta school ka bi yɛn mɔŋba ka chɛ bi hachi ka yina ka gɔmnanti deei yɛlimaŋli zaŋ tiba di pala yɛltɔɣa shɛli din sɔɣi musulnima ti min duma naawuni tibigi adiini ŋɔ shɛm ka ana Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam yɛlti ni ti niŋmi amiliya n dɔhi paɣaba ni bihi ka o ti zaŋ ti ŋme nyɔɣu alichiyama dali anabi ni yɛlli maa ka alichiyama dali konko duniya ŋɔ al-izzi lil kasir galisim ni ku bɛ shɛli to tilgumsi ni nyɛ shɛli n bala maa sanso shɛli tin bɛ di zuɣu ŋɔ naawuzu di mali muhimmanci n ga presidential election parliamentary election shɛŋa tin gindi n saɣindi liɣiri maa domin din ka gɔmnanti yɛn tooi baŋ n baŋ ti kanli o yɛn ti electricity ka o bi kaman fɔŋ ŋɔ tin ʒiya ŋɔ transformer shɛli o yɛn zaŋ na n nyɛ salo shɛli din bɛ di puuni din saɣaba di nyɛ kom n nyɛ bi salo ni nyɛ shɛli ngo zaha di kani den gbalgra planet to kuto son gwamnati ma ko planet ven yala ya tama dengan dia nan walam ama mbe dargale nye musulmi nye yili dana ka bu ma yina ka bu kala hal bi be kana tin shi tamshalo ma won yarmo be kana ya kan yili ankara ba bu kalle kan na fight the zo biya ne zo zan chang biya ne ban kana bi mi pa yale that means bung nan the structure na ma de bi pa hai de puni to boya complainum kanna kan rupam kan yala kama bo ka ta ma ka biya te yin ngo so bo ma ka yili akane tozo adadin woma dinin kunyale braya de pare ta shal den soara don braya la pulun na yele kan yala kama tan kuma democracy ma ne bo mo muslim be barakal qur'an bar nan hijabi ne bo shukurun yale ne kaye ka ti woni zanti gwamnati ne gwamnati ne kwaham ba mal namba nama election yi pana bon wo munye do nta yel shay me yan cheka musulin yisi zane nkpa ni tab gwamni ngokon ko da satiti na wannan ta katare jiwo na on cheka dilab amana zanti musulun kam boka papam tinin kura asanzanma tabanma tilmamanma ban kamce ba haka kakana don shi ma din yin ma shi ma tan da gobar nin ma shale tiltuna ta kwanse kargare karlab amana titi ka so kam da sa ko ma kalhabal ma kargulga gare banda titi pasande shalma nta kuma sitan la'allahu ahmadiyan tam yalya na ban research puni na musulma the pie 52%. Amatabu kana. Lemam so dan ka example ya to awon ya to abiani. Tama kwamba ne biani zo dabso no ka ya to aba pamman din yele. Kan ni shelta ko kana ka la an wodu konko de saya. Risala ma ambala. Lemam nyo ka bukana baraka police nima mpurba ka pur ko mognuma ka ba don tan kanati yalla kamane yuma dan garma ti jimi zanto noy njia ntalijia hali biti ye natija mana katana tara na ngatabe na tabe galsi vego we na kama te ba bi problem ma puni le mamma wala ko yele ni wala yumpe na mbo ka bana kalma manaje pa ka kalma bi kana ban kapta ba lamam dozo kar mal bukata ta lamama numa na wani ti zan adin wa tabga shawa tinye la'an da shaltin laban la'anwo alqur'ani so alaka sa chanta da alfatam san ko ta fama da ayama fasara wonye Sheikh Said Abubakar ambariya sunni community o to kana tanwo amakale tamna o sayalme nana woni yalta ko apo wa'tasimu bihablillahi jami'an wala tafarraqu nina na yal kamzang titi wonon tula furu kamonti wonon tula furu ntlang bai kadin ma chanzo sa be shak kam dan kuyen nan kadin ma gbarge ko monta ka chele to zo ka labna nye shi anma nye ahli sunna nma nye tijaniya nma ta zaha bokata mal kuna dan ya addinin musulunci katiyan labna wa tasimu bi hablillahi jami'an wala tafarraqu wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah
Cheikh ti puya ka pai ne anzang zilim kom shalizam titi to the guest speaker betima ne mbeto acknowledge the guest speaker Munenye Sheikh Dr. Al Hussein Onyala Mum Mpana Tishimo, Onyala Mutishimone, Onyala one of the guest speakers. So now you call it. Dite na ntang ngahnu bolo babu bakrati sang ozulu komini share sang titi. To pupo motian bola Muslims rep Munzani Muslim Mzani Zampa Publicity Advocacy and Education Committee of the 2021 Population and Housing Census. Tian Gala Nubolo Ale Muslim Munzani Mzani Ghana Statistical Survey Committee Karinya Bandam Kunyamubiya Nunsham Ntonia Nirbanine Zampa Nirbu Kalbungoma Polo to Tian Gala Nubolo Kana Antezang Ozilim Kwam Ninyashel Izantiti Muninye MB Adam Tonga Nobel Mr. MB Adam Ukana Tezang O Zilim Kwam Ninyashel Izantiti Atakbir Atakbir
Mr. Chairman, our Honorable Regional Chief Imam, and our distinguished ulamas present here. First of all, I wish to thank Almighty Allah for making this particular conference possible. And on my own behalf and my family's behalf, I wish to extend a profound gratitude to Light Foundation and CEO Sheikh Napari for making all this possible for us. Mr. Chairman, before I start, let me indicate to you the immense value of this particular gathering before I start. The essence is that most of you may be aware or not be aware that on Ghana's official records, the Mole Dagbani ethnic group forms the second largest ethnic group in Ghana and makes all the political, economic, and social changes, and will be even more powerful in the next 20 years. We are talking about census, dealing with figures, and I'm going to back everything I say with figures. We all know as ulamas. Before then, let me tell you what I mean by the Mole Dagbani ethnic group. It's led by the Dagomba, the Wala, the Frafra, the Mamprusi, the Kusasi, and the rest. So I would have preferred to speak Wali here, because when I speak, you understand me. You see that you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that is the group I'm talking of, the Mole Dagbani group, being the second largest ethnic group in Ghana on official records. Let me start by saying that population census is not anything new to Islam. That is a very formidable information that our Holy Prophet in our history and traditions actually is particular about. At any point in time, you will want to know how many the Muslims are, where they are, how they live, who is stronger than the other, that is to fend for those less fortunate or weaker. How many children do we have, and how many of them live below 14 years and above, so that we plan for their future. What do they do? How would they live? In which direction are we moving? Who are those who are physically strong, and who are those who are more powerful to provide for the weak? So that in that case, we're planning for the future. In that case, every other imam will need this information. Even though we are doing a national duty, it is more of a religious duty than even a national duty, because Islam is there to serve humanity. Let me go on to what is happening with the 2021 population census. There were two committees put in place. The first one being the National Steering Committee led by the Minister of Finance, because it involves money, and we are going to spend 521 million Ghana cedis to count Ghanaians. That means that every cedi of that amount should be utilized and be accounted for very well, and for us to achieve the target that that money is going to be spent. The second one happened with the Publicity, Education, and Advocacy Committee, which is a key ingredient for the success of this whole exercise. Without sensitization, which Baraka Policy, the Life Foundation are spending time, money, and energy to do, is the key of this whole thing. As the officer said, people go to enumerate and the people are asking for something, it's because your sensitization hasn't gone down well. And I'll tell you all the reasons. The committee which I belong to, where I represent Muslims, together with Dr. Azindo, one of our brothers whom you know very well, we are only two representatives of Muslims on the 18-member committee. The other person happens to be representing the Ahmadiyya mission out of the 18. This committee met only once for the last 19 or so months. Just once. This is supposed to be the Publicity Education Advocacy Committee. So all my letters to them indicated to them that there is a failure on their part. Because when people are beginning to ask for money, when you are enumerating them, statistical service is the cause. Let me make it very clear. As a Muslim, we speak with facts on the ground, and our own man has mentioned it. If not, why will somebody be demanding money when you're enumerating? It means your own work from the ground has not been well done. Let me tell you what happened in this committee. After inauguration, we met only once. And that one meeting, we kept asking, my people, what is happening? We are supposed to be the do publicity and advocate for the others to know that something is coming. Why are we not meeting? It didn't happen up to today. The other two meetings were Zoom meetings. And that one was fixed on Friday between 12 and 1 p.m. How will you expect Alaji B.M. Adam and Dr. Azindo to be in a meeting when Friday prayer is going on? Nothing can change that time for us. And it means that we are not invited to that meeting. We asked for, how are you recruiting the officials going to be on the ground? We succeeded after difficulty in getting the link where our graduates were to register, where to apply. So we started. Today, as I speak to you, we have national trainers who are Muslims, master trainers at all the regional levels. We have supervisors who are Muslim graduates, and we have field enumerators. For the first time in our history, Muslims graduates are on the ground. For a reason that you are well aware of. So, but how did it all happen? Look, after giving us the link kept changing every 2 weeks. Then we kept telling our students, there is nothing in this world that you can achieve on silver platter. If you try and you don't succeed, keep trying. And that's what we did. Today we have them on the ground. And this was done just by the two of us. It means that when Muslims collaborate, two people were able to make this change. If all collaborate, as the CEO of Life Foundation has indicated, we can move mountains. So we move on. Now we are on the ground. Things are happening. That the only thing that is lacking now that we are telling statistical service is to ensure that there's going to be interpreters that should be motivated, because we have what we call the hard to persuade respondents. People don't speak your language. They don't speak Ashmata language, English language. How do you come to them using English language, expecting to stay them put for 15 minutes and gather data from them? You are going to have wrong data if you don't engage and motivate interpreters. And secondly, we need to also identify officially people who are going to be volunteers. If not, we have charlatans coming out as volunteers, and that will affect or negatively affect whatever effort we are putting in place. Now, let's come to the third point. Over the years, Muslims have never been happy with the percentage accorded them. And today in this hall, knowing that as a Wala, I'm speaking to my people who form the second largest ethnic group, let me tell you the cause of the whole problem. In the 2010 statistical, the summary of the report, which our officer here is well aware of, they came out with the report indicating that no religion is, those who have no religion at all are 5.3%, Catholics 13.1%, Protestants 18.4%. Protestant here means Methodist, Presbyterian, Anglican, Lutheran, and the rest. They form 18.4%. Then charismatic, all the others who are not Protestant, who are not Catholic, they are under charismatic, and they form 28.3% of this country's population. Then they also come to, after all these Christians, they also come to other Christians. My people, just ask yourself, if you are a Christian, you are not a Catholic, you are not a Methodist, you are not a Presbyterian, you are not a Lutheran, and you are not a charismatic. Where are the other Christians that will come again to form 11.4%, which is more than half the total Muslim population in Ghana? The figures will tell you clearly something is wrong. It's terribly wrong. And as Ghanaians, Mr. Chairman, we have to make it very clear. Something is wrong or was wrong and will never be repeated. You see, 11.4% is given to other Christians who are not under Catholic, they are not under Methodist, they are not under Presby, they are not under Lutheran, they are not under Charismatic. And even that alone is 11.4%. A Muslim, the whole over, even that one alone, could get the 70.6%, and they have given it to all Muslims in Ghana. Let's move on. Under 2010 report, the northern region is put at 2,479,461, the whole population. Northern region, when it wasn't even divided into 16 regions. That is what they had. And they themselves have gone on to put that the Mole Dagbane group alone formed the second highest in Ghana, and that is 16.6%. If that being the case, this 16.6% alone is about 90% Muslim, whether you like it or not. How are we then becoming 17.6%? We went to the school and all did mathematics, and I did finance. There's no way you can confuse me figures. Just looking at this alone, you can see that something is wrong. And you can now see the importance of our gathering here. Now we move on. There's an American think tank that you may all know. That is the Pew Research Institute. Says clearly in their 2020 report that Islam is the fastest growing religion globally. And by 2030, it's going to form a chunk of European population, the US, Southeast Asia, Sub-Saharan Africa. And by 2050, Muslims globally are going to be about 30% of the global population. This has an implication for Ghana. Ghana is inclusive. What is happening to the world Muslims is happening to Ghanaian Muslims. So when we go on, the reason for this higher sporadic Muslim group in the world, one, the cause is the high fertility rates among Muslims. In this case, I mean the number of children born to a woman annually. Everybody in the world will agree that Muslims are on it here, because it's a religious right. Then when you reach the age of marriage, marry. Others have it that you can choose to marry or not to marry. And even they have it that even when you marry, you can decide not to give birth. And I believe our sheikhs are here to explain to us that it's a crime or a sin in Islam to say, I won't give birth, when God grants it to you. Because he, the same God, says that, give birth. He is Allah who will make provision for you, wherever you may never expect it. So we go on. So for high fertility rate, highest religious switching rate. Islam is the only religion today that has the highest religious switching rate. I mean, converting or reverting from other religions into Islam is highest among us. And we possess the age bracket that has a high propensity to marry and to procreate. That is between 18 and 49 years. It's only in Islam that you have the people, women and men, who are prepared to marry and give birth. Not to mention our religious benefit of marrying 1, 2, 3, or 4 if you have the ability. Then we go on to low mortality rate among Muslims. That is those who live longer. Because already Islam enshrines that don't eat things or drink things that will shorten your life or make you weaker or involve in risks that will cause you to shorten your life. So among Muslims, according to the Pew Research, we have the highest or the lowest mortality rate. We have old people among us, even at 90, they are still riding bicycles to the farm. It's very clear here. Now, the benefits of the census. Questions to be asked. One important question that I want to make clear is this. Previously, as an officer will be aware, if they are counting literacy rates, if you can speak English, you are literate. If you can speak or write Fanti or Akan, you are literate. They have forgotten that Arabic language is the third most important language used at the UN, and is the first language that has recorded everything education or academic in the world. They are aware. Why won't Arabic, somebody who can read Arabic, be considered illiterate? You see, and this just to lower your literacy rate and to tell you that you are illiterate. Me, like this, who should know Arabic like my brother, is always yearning to know, but I haven't known much yet, or very little. But I'm proud of the very small that I know. Meanwhile, it's considered an illiterate. You are considered illiterate if you can speak Arabic. Luckily for this year, after all our noise, they have brought Arabic back. Because we asked them, if Arabic is being taught in the schools now, it's part of the school syllabus for our children to learn. So the teacher teaching the children, why will you call him illiterate? So Arabic is brought back. It's on our record, and you will be asked, are you literate? You say yes. Can you read? You say yes. What can you read? I can read the Quran. You are literate. You see the point? So we go on. So this is an immense benefit of this year's 2021 this thing for Ghanaians. I won't take much of your time. I believe I have done something small. And I'll conclude by showing you this graph. Here, you have some kind of drums. Red, green, gold, something like that. This is the population projection, which our officer knows very well, from 1960, 1970, 1984, 2000, and 2010. That indicates clearly that Ghana's population doubles every 30 years. It means that today, if you estimate Ghana's population to be around 30 million this year, it means by 2050, we are going to be 60 million. Occupying the same space of Ghana, it means we are supposed to listen to this census, plan towards it, and work very well, because in 2050, Ghana is likely to be 60 million, because the trend here shows it very clearly. It means what? The solidarity that our Sheikh is asking for, please, it's a must for us today. The same space with increase more people. We can only grow up, we can expand. How do we feed these masses? How can our youth be left the way they are today? And I will give you just three suggestions as a Muslim parent. One, all our children must be in school and must actually acquire science and technology. Today, if you go to our schools, you go to the science class, how many are they? 30. You go to general arts, how many are they? 480. You go to home economics, 400. The thing is that we should think of the future. The future depends on science and technology. The others are already choked. And that's why many of our graduates are not getting jobs, because they haven't done the relevant courses that are actually relevant to industry. And we should begin the planning now, because tomorrow's Ghana is going to be based on science and technology. So when we go on, the second most important thing we have to do is Muslim solidarity, cancelling out anything that is called sect and seeing ourselves as one Islam. Fortunately for us in these years, we have the Muslims or Islam under one caption, Islam. There's nothing like Tijaniya. Nobody will ask you a question on Tijaniya, Sunni, or so. It's one Islam. And we are encouraging you to ensure, tell our people that it's one Islam. Finally, before I take my seat, let me tell our officer here, we are now using digital technology, that you bring tablets and input your data. But let me tell you, that's not the end. As somebody who knows something about ICT, inputting the figure is not enough. It's posting the figure is the first method of capturing the real data. And transferring the data to the server in Accra is the final one. Let's make provision for people to ensure and cross-check and verify that the data I have provided is the one on the server. Unless that is done, we can still question whatever you bring up. And we are still going to be part of the monitoring process to ensure that the mopping up Muslims are on the ground, to ensure that what they are giving you as data is exactly what you are transferring and reporting to us. Without that, the census will be incomplete. Thank you very much.
In fact, Alhaji MB Adam has delivered an extensive lecture on the Muslim expectations on the 2021 housing and population and housing census, backed with data, and we want to thank him for what he has delivered. But for the benefit of some who are here with us who probably may not understand some of the things he said, I would want to attempt to translate a few things he said in the Bible.
Just 2 minutes. Okay.
The Chamba Oyele to Alpam. Owe to Amawe ni Ale Nale Nufumpo ni Dumala Pukata ni ti kpaŋ ti maŋa ka bin yɛn kali ni shɛli ŋɔ maa ka sokam yi polo ka di kalo ka kalimi maa konko kalimi maa ŋun nyaaŋa gbale beni din yɛn nyɛ shɛli nyɛmi n dam population and housing census nima bɛ malli yɛn shɛŋa din yɛn ʒi bɛ gba zaa zuɣu na yi lihi ni tuuli ni moli Dagbani group bani dini nyɛ kamani Dagbani ba ŋmanpirisi fanfarinima lala group ŋɔ maa na yi lihi gana information shɛli din bɛni niriba wuhi ni ti nim mpa buyi zuɣu ban galisi gana tingbani ŋɔ puuni to ni ka lan lihi musulinima ban n tiriti percentage shɛli bii ti yihi population data maa na di nyɛla din bi ni nyamdi ni ka ban be vihigu puuni a yi lihi bin zaŋ information shɛŋa ni ban vihigu puuni ni di nyɛmi ni ka dama di lala information shɛli bin yihiri ŋɔ maa tabibi be di puuni ni ka wula ka ti yɛn niŋ ka lala tabibi ŋɔ maa ka di che din kɔni niŋ shɛm nyɛmi tuuli ka ti kpaŋ ti maŋa ka ti bɛni ka bi kaliti din nyaaŋa ban yɛn kaliti ŋɔ maa ni bi kaliti naagi information shɛli bin diɛ ti sani ŋɔ maa biɛn sɛnili mi ti Ghana Statistical Service nima ni di lan tumi ni musulinima bee ti ni musulinima ka ti lan dolli hali ti nyɛ bin yɛn upload li ti ba shɛm di be bi sani din nyaaŋa maa ni ti nya information shɛli maa an tola doli ti nya dini n bala ni di tuni Ghana Statistical Service na ka bi provide lala platform maa ka musulin nim tooi lihi nya din ti information shɛli ŋɔ maa din ka bi zaŋ ti Ghana Statistical Service nima dini n be nimaani bi taɣari bi kana dinni ni di pan la ni bi ti yi information ŋɔ maa na din nyɛla din ba za didi ni di lan pahi na n lihi kaman bin tiri percentages n tiri musulin nima Christians Ghana tingbani ŋɔ puuni ni information shɛli bin mali tiri ŋɔ maa ni di nyɛla din mali tabibi lala tabibi ŋɔ maa zaaha mi ti yɛn niŋ shɛm n tooi ku lala tabibi ŋɔ nyɛla tin kɔn kpaŋ ti maa ti ni musulin nima ti yiɣisi kpɛŋ ŋɔ ti yɛn gbaagbaari shɛli ka ti zaŋli kuli yaŋa ti zaŋli yɛli musulin umma ti yɛli ba naagi ka bi kpaŋ bi maa n bɛni ka bi kaliba bii kaliba naagi bii lan zaŋ lala information ŋɔ maa n ti Ghana Statistical Service ka Ghana Statistical Service din bi zaa kpaŋ bi maa ka lala information ŋɔ maa ka di kpe bi data o yɛli yɛltɔɣa pam saha maa mi bi galisi di zuɣu ka bi tooi attempt ni n shee o yɛltɔɣa maa shɛŋa ba din ku niŋ very important nyɛla ti kpaŋ bi ti maa ka ti doli information ŋɔ maa from di kalibu hali din chɛn paai Ghana Statistical Service nim sani ka musulin nim nyɛ percentage shɛli din yɛn nyɛmdi ni to bin fɔŋɔ ti saha maa chaŋ ya ti ku yɛn gahila mu n boli ti kpɛma ŋuni nyɛ Sheikh Dr. Al Hussein o kana ti zaŋ o zilim kom ni nyɛ shɛli n zaŋ ti ti Sheikh Dr. Al Hussein o nyɛla ti guest speaker kamar minta anu sunsuuni laasabu o ban kana ti zaŋ o zilim kom ni nyɛ shɛli n zaŋ n ti ti
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على خير المرسلين سيدنا مولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم زيمو دم بلو تجامن بلا زيمو دم بلو تجامن بلا زيما مبالمام no nyanga te da fa kwamba za ha bin beke la mama na yimen ma nta tabale tana banya almajir num nga beke mo nsom de jima to ba tu mana on zo dab silo mo den nanka na on lanti ne te to to shale den zanu yu to bangwa ne ka to to nyamle den nya tebe mi taba te kalle tebe mi tab kalle to tombe mi tab kalle ma mo kuli yana ti yel shele ayane banda kalle kal di shele kana ka tugal padam bon kabra yana challenge le ne wato binti namba shelma kayel ma ne yere braya me ne to bang ti yana no shem ba yit namba la kabanya to ma ni bra luhti ni mane domin ayan tara ne ben zan nan bashar ta ma da bagalsi to an mili sham yara dine to mo ma karala ma da wuti ne nisum kaman din kana shamo ti chaka tin yin be kalbu ma ne ne mo hay domin bi yan ngara ka nin biene wato da maldabin to la ma zo ka biyani kaman da ma di tin zahaban bol sham muslimin ma to sa shi ta zahanan ni mware puni da mo su do e to anyele amma kaman kotom su puni na wani ta hanye to abi akatinga bi kuli sebi kuli yilu shel polona yana ba kamna na to ku gana musulun nam za'a gana musulun nam za ka biyan ku da saha sunna nam yan bela yene tijaniya nam yan bela yene ahmadis yan bela yene shi'a nam yan bela yene ta za hayal bela kampe yenne da marfan man pertete tabakatir matat marfatima katat bentina to lalango ma zo to yan kam shakam za hadin yanin mo bene katna mva de sectional de mo ma hanson katuhi musulun suzo lalango dinin yan yan balti bukata wala hatta man nin ye shamba de betuna de mo ma dinin ya te las tin yan zan te kallo mo yeto amusul de pumbe sunnani ka fanam yalle karla ka bukata nan yan repeatedly constitution another first year madina ko nangle kalbu ngo o second year ka nangle de zo de yaba musulun na ban nangle sashal wasi min tum su pamda na ban nangle census to ashe annab sunna yele ka tuniti ni to pansele mi tabakalle kam mi tabe ya na to chansani be shale to rozo musulun mabilgo mbiya na yeto awala mbone onkolde the school to zahabiti and yisir partial to nasu hadu ati light foundation ma domin sashal kamza ati musulun ma yala pambiane ka bayan tol kar chena ka ti komba ayam ka tab ka to be nyanga ni dal zuma da ba shambo ka christian council num bolma bella angune asbango nyele kan changle domin bubol male kar garba kwai amma na yor wumla go kan yeka jingo ma muhimmanci kutro ce ka nan da kan kwalen zinimani to kai su kana dan tunya dan bon ma din yan chansha da tuyan tu da duwa chan life foundation da ko kari baraka policy komo gnama ni kalayen te zamana kama ben yelma pilgungo kalbungo din yanga blam male mobun app wato bin nan ka buto kal shanga be buto ma ka shanga bin tam shanga yala nabin tilabna to ti yare ta musulma bi rubuta jingani tin ce ka babban ne kaman lalama bene bin ce ka bin yenyore bin to kullam na sashel kamza ha ya nabi am bobla a brabin nan yin bin pan suro kala labin ma karnan katin yar nasara na wontim ti nasara mutum musulun nasara ban kamza hakbalan so na muhammad da wassalamu alaikum wa
Takbir. Pour entendre dans nos boys, Cheikh Elias, ou Obakanatizam, Ozelom comme Ningishel, Entity. Et comme un doit attendre ce soir, Inch'Allah.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. الحمد لله والأمر لله والملك لله ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ولي الصالحين وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. جماعة نودي بتسوق تيم بني تعشر تيم على لايف فاونديشن بنقع بيبن نن مهنية تعشر لهما تزايد وعملا كبديجما كمان تما بي دكتور نكون يلا شما دي ننك بيعني بي مسلنا يلا جن كسوت كانت زون وزول مين بيو تعب توي بعلا لا زال زوكتي تني تورو ديرما لا لا ماما نيلا جو غالغو تيتي تبتو لعند بي تبتو زبر تبزو ماما تو لا لا ماما نرمي يتينا انتظار يزازو تو يدالم بارو مكا بانسرو كارتي ابي عندي سالن كابنتو ينا ناو صومتي لا 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 نيالي كارتو كماتا نتنا مسلنا ما تيوتا كانم با نتبا nda minti yarle ya musulun si na wun jama ya yum paabun yale iza ay paabo yum ako na paay karfel gar de shebi asani bi ayne katin yeso kam to ko bangon nyamay to mum puti paamo katilera tinin chalta be te nyopa te tabte biar bu nyala faida dan titi to amma ti ke tabi nyabo ka bi kyaadi nya fitina kamal ba'a ni taba shabba ni zorte to amma kisamat shadin ber puni ka tini to yina ni verbal missiles zala ni ke bu'un ni zala pa musulmi zala ni ke bu'un ni zala pa musulmi to suy kan tan no tinon tuba wanti zala bu'un be kan ma la bo be sha lalu ma ya to shadin ni ni ma ya to ambala kan tu kama tan ta pa solo ni taba kadan yala ma in chana kaza musulmi zo sensu zo ma mi ya de tu kama ta kata da halan dan le tu go galga ka hutuba nam no ko har ta fira nam ne e ko se nerba ta tintim de la barka kwanse an to zan la yel so ko ket yel kan ne ko bo de lo mi pala la mam to zo ti ka amon ko man to so ti ko jen bela ka ti yer de to aka yer de fa da ka kwanse musulna ma le pa'u de bel o kam tin jini ntani yala bin ya sha den yan sonte ka za fe le nyale le tin ba ka ne dina kana abi ku kala man lu kan di ku nya shal kama a fitna ka borter musulna ma biram ka borter musulna ma abu pansi na yi wahala ka ke musulma the musulun sene take dimension shall tell dunia no mama the vein ka ba organized ma kan ba an musulun ne taba kar cha musulun sma avian yala de viala kar tito ne ka za on ne yaso kan ner saati tum bor shal ka ge bi bora be ge ben nan le domin gana moti ko pa minya mayun shandin da gare tra mi to da sele traji drab announcer zon kapti yar la tv ne har ka ti public holidays mara wortin musulun sitir to nan bala to ti zan bal makadan tabiyu kadan pansu tab pansu zan ba to ni de non veyela man asbaha wa lam yahtamma bi amr al muslimin falaysa minhum tiki am muslim yala karamosati afana yar ni hadisi shabana ka hadisi hubul watan min al iman ti yesu katin nan da tamam mankiya ti zan nan la ni yala bin shadi ya sonti wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh
Sheikh Topaya to mpomotan gano mboy Sheikh Abdelsami Isa Idris onyela mwenye secretary to Sheikh Said Abubakar Zakaria to galanu poloko otom o secretary no kana to represent o jimo bruni to ton gano poloko kana tizam ozelo kwa mwenye Sheikh kama minti to atasu sulu zanti sulu.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه أما بعد. جيم وديان نفسه كم يرني دام بولو كلام بولو كم كم بامي كتوجيه كم بولو دام بولو لو يوم بولام بابشلو كلام بولو جيم دام بولو كبولة كلام بولو كم با كا بولو كابسو كم ساها كزم تبا تيونا كما أصلهم كم نجشري زانتي الأمة في يوم كمان بفنتو دلهبري دوتي كل كان تنان دنيا نانشام كانية ما كاشر بري on yele étranger les زانتي الأمة مبا لامما soka te liens pensé timanga de ton premier torchel au sein de pampulsion tuntu tigi vision de meeting ambaria bol ambaria le mamasa yele ne zuma kap de kul zambale hal zuma sharda be ka kunyala tan ya nyu tuba to karla pansera hal zuma nam dum do nyaanga di patena nyaamo do o silmane dina be ka hanane dina amliane silmane dina be ka hanane dina sunaya kuiya silmane dina be ka hanane dina tella en pense chere Tamale radio programme spa tension Tamale TV programme katato ndiri alsama da tuni da kulo kamsa ha ti ko ma chere banati ya tapi no na dana kana na dana de radio programme spa ti so to ti ma dana kana na dana kat le la ya su ta so ke mo ka pense taba to musulma balle te gana numa ma pamba fo Tamale to ala numa na de sugo Tamale tolam nama tolam ni ri ku yulo se pour kana ko yon de be chef de zabra de na yelo je do en zaftu karawon kamana Wotorwa ma Afrika na baka buli tolia. Ba maliyar ma de ba kayal ma zabno ma wanyanga. Because I'm sure to Muslim ta kana numa yalli ta kan karya Muslim zo karta biya. Irin ba sa'alan ma sa'an mo ma dan nakan. No la nyel. To surtout mana na on ne cheka to nyer ka dan tinye ta za hayyelle kan yete za yelle ma. Na on ta la nya adin ma yel ma la kan yete za yel ma le. To mana no te de katare. Ye le bien kan borna zanzanti statistical service representative ma kaboba on the impossible for the cameras. There is something very important to note. It is one thing gathering data and quite another thing processing it into information. But the unfortunate thing is that there is no transparency in the process. There is no transparency in the process. You can only count out with the tablets and whatever, but how do you process the information? Yet there are softwares now that can enable people to trace how you are processing it so that you cannot be doubted. So we are advocating that transparency should be ensured in the very process. Other than that, even if our number is 100 or let me say 40%, and you come out to add us another percentage by saying we are 45, we will still doubt you because we haven't seen the process. Not to talk of when we doubt it when the number comes out. So please, ensuring transparency is very paramount. There was a challenge posed which Dr. Al Hussein alluded to. And if you are challenging a process, what alternative figure do you have? There is an organization, a very strong organization, that has prepared itself for such an eventuality, that will do the counting for Muslims in the country in case that need arises, with the transparency that everybody will see. So it wouldn't be we just also going doing, we are counting ourselves and come out with a figure. It will be with a software and a system that will be that transparent, and even getting people who are not Muslims to be part of the process for us to prove or disprove what the statistical service is coming out with. So please, don't joke with this exercise. We mean business. Thank you very much.
Adam Jabbar Adam from the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission. Muslim ta tite. So within 3 minutes so that you can deliver your message to the audience.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وعلى عبده المسيح الموعود عليه الصلاة والسلام. Dr. Chairman, our most respected Chief Imam for the Northern Region, my father Sheikh Ilyas, and all other ulama and all protocols duly observed. I'm most grateful to Allah for this opportunity. And as I've just been prompted, the time is very short, but I want to make a point or two. And that is a message of peace from the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission Ghana. But before that, my father, who spoke here very well, I'm very much grateful to him, and I would want to align myself to him because we are all from Wa. He made mention that we are lucky that this time the categorization was very well done and we were all being brought under the banner of Islam. I want to, for the records, mention that there was still a little bit of problem with that. There was an anomaly, which was Ahmadis were being treated as being different from Islam. But by the timely intervention of all the ulama in the country, because I do heard the spokesperson for the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Armiao, speaking vehemently on that particular thing and telling everybody that we cannot be divided and Ahmadis are Muslims. So in that, in the same regards, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community met with the GSS to resolve the wrongfully categorization of Muslims
by the GSS on its 2021 Population and Housing Census questionnaire. This anomaly is in the public domain and has since been trending on social media, creating misconception and confusion in the minds of Ghanaians, particularly Muslims. To correct this anomaly and bring the matter to a closure, we agreed, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission and the GSS agreed on the following. The GSS will block or deactivate the portion or the option Ahmadi from the list of the religious organizations on the census questionnaire, such that there will be no categorization of Islam and that all Muslims will have only one option as Islam. The GSS will accordingly instruct all its enumerators not to ask any other question once a person identifies him or herself as a Muslim. All Muslims will thus be captured as Muslims without being categorized. To this end, we call on the good people of Ghana, particularly Muslims, to disregard any information or material in the public domain that contains wrongful categorization of Muslims. As such, material will not be relied on as a guide for the 2021 Population and Housing Census. We therefore wish, in conclusion, to express our profound gratitude to the GSS for understanding and cooperation they have exhibited in our collective effort to correct the aforementioned anomaly. The Ahmadiyya Muslim community is ready and available to partner with GSS and government organizations and non-governmental organizations like the Lights Foundation, which is doing a very good job, and we are ready at all times to be with them and support the cause that they are doing. In conclusion, I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless the efforts of the organization, the organizers of this particular forum, and at the end of it, we will all, as Muslims, we will get the benefit for which region we are all passionately mentioning. We should all get involved. We should all make sure that the right thing is done, and at the end of the program, we will all, whatever will come out of it will be acceptable to everybody, to Muslims and Christians alike. Or else, if that is not done, something will come out, but yet still, it will not still be accepted. May Allah enable us to accept whatever will come out of it, and that will depend on every right thing that needed to be done if it is actually, if it's actually happened. So we pray that Allah will enable us to benefit from the benefit of this ensures and bless all our leaders. Thank you very much.
At this stage, we want to open for questions and answers within 4 minutes because we are behind schedule. And so we want to open to our audience if so we are opening for 4 questions within 4 minutes. 4 questions. So if you have a question, you can put up your hand. Just 4 questions. Okay, so I can see a hand at the back. Okay, so we start from the table here. Let them come forward. They can come forward.
Alhamdulillah wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam kathira amma ba'd ta wa shayna kul mayara za jimu lishi census nima kan wannan bayan shay da session din 27 fma dinin ka da ran kalbu mai kare da asbashi 20 give kabi du'a bi suyi kare du'a la biya suyi kare when Dosoma can the Maula put in number so the Vincent Maugol would be a messy some 10 years shade in Lena. Caribbean so you can Mount come photo the Minanka Bikuri unfortunately Papa so you might party. But then you want Master Sherway and Dolly for you like it for the pony. Karamuma government society and do Dolly, Kayulma K. The banding ti da fatama afa'ali na pare wani wa pambaka ya zanku ma nanti wani wa ma da tun kuna bara wannan da kuna ka ce nan ka bin batti da amfani wa batu da information mo ma kar pagi biyino kam zasa wala ka yen nan kar pagi biyino kam zasa yalla tan ban mo ndiyan so mene di na ga don na ma di ko sori on pitene bo shaba be di bo shaba ndi ba de basin mo ma ka ke tan kan sin ta la ba ko tan kan lo ma na yi pagi dan son temi to tan ban ma zasa nan ban yi na wannan ta tare
ina so amma ba ku ni ku nan reza amma sama ne
na wode to so nin bale yeto ashel de angene ne sabe abel kale kallama fu bomba je tablet ma ne kana bammi fu yeto anne ko nya bomba ko no de ma ama mu bammi fu yeto ko ba ko yen sabe kaba tike islam ka tike shawula ko yen ba na ala somben nye carte bla shukuru bla njiapa ne to nya ben sabro be chanu le tablet man o ti tam le kadama o kado o nya muslimi del mashan
last two.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. The question I have is there something put in place or a system put in place for the Muslims, we the Muslims, to have a count of all Muslims, not because we realize that when it comes to education or IT, the Muslims, we are a bit down in terms of Ghana. So if we have our own system, our own figures that we can use to moderate what the nation provides, in case there is any mistakes, we can use our figures to correct that. And I think I made a mention to the National GIMSA president about this. I said, if GIMSA, National GIMSA, can get the population of all members of GIMSA, then it can be used. And if other organizations of Muslims that involve large Muslim populations, they get their total members, then we can use said figures as a motive the nation will provide us. And I thank a lot. That is what I want to find out, if there's something like that put in place.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Faham ne shaka faham ban kan da na kuma da kuma ne zan wata ne da languma kuma as a member of the Light Foundation kan yaro. Ban gandama ban mal talk share sabar pari yana zoma sakes ma zoma sama yi kumi da ni haran so ai ba Rumi pangani yang solusi shelter ada jalan, because halaman bahasa balai yang belum. Bisa kamda sebesar saya, ama sama ne pompunya sama. Benar dalam ni, belum dalam mistake. Kalan dalam second time. Okay, kecil banget. Dan parai, kalau mana? Dengan dalam malam buka ni mung kamsa saya representi. Pasal saya senang cuma man, ni man. Kawarazan dalan bosong kende represent ba English sama dalan romana nto gole afana banjeni be pasana banjeni mane inye zalan wa banyen tum iya roma tumama jite nan ka lokshel kolo ite soase ka tum tumi ti yam ponye ba lokshel kolo amma de ko nyala son chen gende sabra o kana so sero kana so sane dingela mo so tete do me yello ma de ma ko ni mo pam so no so kana kan treba kan shi sharma de malaya Zoka, as a member of the Light Foundation, especially when you come to the vision, don't be in
I think it's okay.
Thanks so much for the opportunity. The issue about the use of tablets. We are in era of technology. The tablet help to process or to transmit the data quickly so that data can be analyzed quickly. That's why we moved from the use of paper to tablets. We did a short time, even as we finish with the listing, the data is ready. So we immediately after the enumeration, the data will be ready for use. The use of chalk, yes, we appreciate that problem. We have given the instruction that the writing should be done secure at a place that the rain will not wash. But some didn't do the writing. So we've called them back to go and redo it. The instruction is that they should write and then another one in the house at a place where rain will not wash. Because after the census, we still need those numbers because we have to measure the error margin of what we have done. So after the census, there will be a post-enumeration census, which we collect the data. We go back again to those households to collect the data from the same people to compare with what the enumerator has collected. That gives us a measure of how the post-enumeration deviated from the actual data that we use. So those things are all important for the acceptability of our data. The issue about publicity, yes, we agree, fund has not come very well. So we, even those at the regional office, we have those challenges. Some few media people opened their arms to us. We went there for publicity. We hope that the money will come quickly so that we do better than what we are doing. We will very much appreciate, after this, I will take the key speakers here. We will very much appreciate that these key speakers, whenever the radio station give us the chance, they go and speak for the people to know that they are, we so much like it. So after this, I think our collaboration will be stronger than before. Yes, the people who are on the ground collecting this data are the people we recruited from here. They understand the language. They don't need an interpreter. So we hope that they will be able to collect the right data for us. Statistical Service, we also have our reputation at stake. So we don't do anything to mar our reputation because it is our mandate to collect, and our watchword is complete coverage and quality data. Because if we don't do it well, it comes back to us. So we very much appreciate your concern also. We would very much wish you'll be part of the monitoring. Because if you understand the process, you appreciate the process, when the results come or the outcome comes, you appreciate it. So it will be very much appreciated if you can organize ourselves. The challenge, however, we have is the funding. So if you can help us, we'll be willing to go to the field with you. You check everything and be sure that even after the data collection, the data can be made available to you, except in a situation we don't reveal the individual identity because of people might take us on if a third party sees your personal data. That's the only challenge we have. Apart from that, we are open. You can see everything. Individual data or even a community data can be made available. It's only that the individual names, household names will not be attached. We call it anonymization. Yes. So we'll be very much appreciated. You'll be part of us. We do it together because at the end, you are going to use it. Once you appreciate it that everything is okay, we are okay. Data transmission, data processing, everything is done transparently. We don't do any because our reputation, as I said earlier, is at stake. But even that, as an organization, you can make a request to the head office. If you doubt something, they will make it available to you because we also want quality data. If it is wrong on our part, we still want to correct it before publish the report. For that one, I can assure you. I've been working with the service for over 20 years now. So I think we will not do anything. If you have any doubt, please contact us. We'll explain. Where you don't understand, still we can seek assistance from the head office. One thing that I would like to also say is advocacy. Because we don't know much of how you want the data. So whatever you want, during the preparatory stage of the census, we engage so many stakeholders. Whenever they see something which doesn't go right, they help us to correct it. It's just unfortunate some of the things, you have seen it very late. But even that, as an organization, you're able to change things. So I would like to advocate that when the census is over, let us not wait for the next one before we try to advocate for changes. Let us be interested in the report. Whenever you see something that is not right, let us start advocating for change before the next census. I'm very happy. I would like to work with you so that we can reach every corner and collect every little data that is necessary. Because my reputation is also at stake if something is not done well. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to respond to the question our brother asked about what Muslims are doing on their own to secure their own data. So let me say that no matter what report comes out from this national census, Muslims have a duty to conduct their own census. We are tabling two models. A model that will be scientific but costless. And I believe we'll achieve that. We are even going beyond to ensure that we'll link every baby who is born as a Muslim, every woman or man, no matter the age, in a database for anybody anywhere in the world to cross-check. It's possible for us. And we can do it. That one is on course. And I believe that foundation has that at its heart. If you come out of it, you all get to know. But let me conclude by indicating that the census, the heart of it, the source of it is based on publicity. Why is it that, Director, as of today, the census is on the 27th? Head office hasn't provided funding that is meant for sensitization. Because you know without that, we will fail. Why is that so for Ghana? When we have spent, all the money has come for us to do this, and the chunk of the problem is about sensitization. If not, people will start asking the field officers for money. Why is it not being done?
Yes, I would like to respond to the issue of Islam, the Muslims conducting their own census. I would like us to channel our energy rather toward reaching everyone so that we can do this one very well. Because before you accept any data, it goes with the methodology you use, how you use it, all those things count before the data. You can do it all right, but let us channel our energy, everything, so that we can get this census right. I would like to plead with that.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Now I'm doing to so to be yale kamane tir pantama zampa lahbal ma ka to chan katanga tang pansi to be halas va so lahbal pa ba kaban tang pan shere na bam mi bombon ba sha sensos bana jengum wumle kaman bo sa karierna to dan kan ko kamane yelmangla de masuliya ma galsia to amana nyele zanti nta life foundation tumtum ko pilga de yato a zorganda ankara kuma se ne kyanwo sobtiti sonsen sharkar yi sharpulra to kunyala kamane adina amana nye talata za hazoma to mo kambe kyanwo de le amana zanto ai bi pama karpaso nta agbagbarga da dinama ne wosomi umbe poma kabkalo onan omang chuta kanan adini chuta kanan gana zaha chuta now nang tarakata.
My question goes to the officer from the Ghana Statistical Service. I want to ask him, why is it that normally people who normally apply for the work, they are not normally selected? When they get to the place, they remove them and bring those who are not qualified to do it. That is my worry about them.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. انتهى تولين تنكنا دون ما تكنا تفرقي كا نمبوش بمدل دون ما نزاسا تنفلق ينتوزن بزعيرو كمتون يليسوا أما تدارفا متين تتمنى فبسينا بنتم سنما تلحن ينسزن وزان بيليسوا يماني لا يتعشدن كان وما تنفون يرلم تكرم زماني تكرم نتشال كمزاسا تكون سأسلا تمسلم ما بي انت فاقد لدفت الوين بولتنا للا بولم وما نما روز الزمو تلن كانت ومشل وما لم فانستم ما نزولو كم زاز تكرم نبي إن شاء الله تنيا بين تنساسو تفعتر سنسوني لو بلو كم زاز تكرم زند ما أقدرني من كم نيا من مهر كرم إن شاء الله تيفاعي تنزل له بتمر تدار فما بزاسا كتزام له بري انتو نرنكنا وما نزول تكم دلا تفعتر جاندي تفعل تكون كي تعطو يرنا فم سوبيا نمو ما يكنا وبيان فانسلي ani panso mo ma di enchemi ka musulin sima karati tuni luzo o ngolomo nankara ma musulin namza sa yeto ambala ma so kamza sa pansma ka musulin si karati tuni nta tamal sharif jala nti yalam bala ma ti fa tin zan la habari nti tadar fanin ma wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thank you very much for your question. Ghana Statistical Service will try as much as possible to be transparent to everybody. So even the application is online, nobody interferes. So when all those who apply, the data are extracted and sent to all the districts for the DCIC members to do the interview. The interview, let me cite Sanerigu, for instance. About over 3,000 applicants were selected for the interview. And we only need 686 for the training. After the training, we still scale down the number. So a number of people apply more than we need. And it's only through the screening that we can select the number. Unfortunately, some could not make it. So it's not the making of anybody.
Thank you. We also, in a minute, take a message from our share rep, Sheikh Swalek. Ishaq.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى اللهم على خير الأنام مصطفى الأمجد أبي القاسم محمد تبارنا وني كباري تقام بموزعها نبان زنزلن كم شلت تموما ترندي بتسعنت ترب السعنت ويلي توعد في برنا تزلنا تبيما تيونا شيخ عبد المؤمن دلو زاني Dezo okay nyakataji mba ninkurama ninkurguzishi kan jiyama to don kulbiyan nyala mbal mamnum ko to yele shel katak bala hammal shel nati yele don kulbiyan nyala ta'liq kaniriyan nan afare yele ne ora chanta dar fa pem san ko to o yelga ay shel fasaratu dunya wa atasimu bihablillahi jami'a to ngbanam maliyatu ashele nyala tepang temang katili soaw ay kulu piidi zaɣ gaŋa ayan kabgilimi ni soochi amma di laɣim taba ka laɣim na kabgili di ku tooi niŋ ka a kabili shɛli to musulinsi nyɛla amaana zaŋ ti musulin kam domin anam muhammad muni o sɔhibinim bin daa kana bi daa kpaŋ bi maŋ pam n zaŋ bi nyɛvuya pa talima n tooi kpa musulinsi maa ti ti ka ti paali zuŋɔ ŋɔ the mafhum nima tari cheka the nahanti lala sensu smo the nyala jihad karle ndal fanam jiyama jihad karle nyal ta zab musulun suzo da zo ta pang ta man ka ta yas zane so kamza ha ka kalan lama ka tonin tabbata ka ta musulun si karnya ya ka ta yetu dure gana tangbanne intahna mal ta'alik shalam bala wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam. Alhamdulillah. Pumpong na tuku kam na tu program ma ka deji anete chang chairman sani. Ente dege o palang pa yetua ka te so adoa. To te dalfa cham afa asword. Nyala mo bete jimo puni ka doko ente kama minti gang ko zang ozelon kom nzang te solo. To sure.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خير خلق الله محمد بن عبد الله صلوات الله عليه وسلامه وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاهم إلى يوم الدين وتقابل أما بعد نعوديم تسوقو تكي تعشل نتيجة البهلا تيم بهلا جمعية النور نبنت هدية تعشل وما كلا عن سلو كلا عن قنصتي انتايا تبون يرلا ديتوها كمان ترالو عمليا زامي ومبل ممنا بون يمن بانسي ديتوها كارلان بانسي تندشي وما تمال دورا نغنا كمان غونا يلي دورا ما انتايا نربا نربي تسوميا لكي بابا كوبسوي تنبانما بزود بون بام تنايو نكادما مؤسسة النور بيرن ينيربا يكبكنا نتيجة على سما دنا لان بانس بام زو ما نكون مال يتوحشل نزان نفهم بلا
الحمد لله التكبير. Okay. So Light Foundation CEO ne now you can ne Light Foundation malshile den chang guna yele shak ne yel karam zon shalma den chang ni mane tizang sensus nguma yeto a ngpang sabaven yelanga to pumpon tin chang chairman sane ente dege o closing remarks o palang pa yeto a ka te zang jima.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for seeing us through since the beginning of this program up to the end.
We thank all the participants, particularly those who shared their richly words with us. The Chief Imam, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserve him for us, the Chief Imam for the region, of course, he encouraged all Muslims to be part of this program, to disseminate the information to all those who are supposed to have the information. He also emphasized on putting much attention on this exercise. The representative of the the statistical, he educated us a lot about the work, the process which they would carry. When we come to our own brother, Dr. Adam, he gave us a very rich and wisdom lecture which we all need to adhere to. He admonished the congregation to take much attention about sending our children to school, encouraging them to take part immensely in science and technical subjects. Also to always have at the back of our mind that we Muslims were all one, the solidarity of Islam. When we look at the word from our senior brother, Dr. Al-Hussein, he admonished all of us. He echoed what has already been said. He also emphasized on the point of trying to carry the information to the old men in our houses, particularly the women and children, and our young men who happen to associate themselves in the gangsters and places like that. Finally, Dr. Sheikh Abdul Sami, he experienced with the congregation the experience of Ambaria, and I believe other institutions are also doing similar. Sheikh Elias, he emphasized on the point of unity among the Muslims, how we're supposed to fight for one another and not to fight against among ourselves. Our own brother Sheikh Ishaq, who is representing Sheikh Dalho, he also emphasized on the same point, the unity among Muslims. Shortly, te paɣa na te tamlana ŋun zaŋ o nuu zaŋ pa te ʒii ŋɔ maa zuɣu te ba te yaba o zaŋla ʒii maa zaŋ gbibili nduma Naawuni o niŋ aduwa ka kpaŋsi ti pam zaŋ chaŋ ŋun nyɛ zaɣ'miɣili mam ka kpaŋsi ti pam zaŋ chaŋ lala tatabo niŋsim ŋɔ maa bɛ yɛltɔɣa maa puuni bɛ baŋsiti ni lala niŋsim ŋɔ maa n-daam di nyɛla musulinsi ni na puhi daadam tuun shɛli di zuɣu musulmi kam ta lahi nyɛli ni o niŋ zaɣa ni nimmɔhi lala tuun shɛli bɛ yɛtum ŋɔ maa lala n-la nyɛli Ghana bilichinnim zaatu man bala di yɛn wuhi ni Ghana nira nya yimna n-ti niŋli karidɔni viɛnyɛlinga don lala tuma ŋɔ maa di nyɛla binshɛɣu din mali anfaani pam bee kana ni bɛ ti buɣusi bin yɛn bo labigimsim zaŋ ti fɔndini ni tin be luɣu shɛŋa lala tatabo kalinli ŋɔ maa bihi kalinli ninkura kalinli ban gbariti kalinli ban mali bukaata ban ka bukaata din nim n sɔŋdi ka bɛ pilaanira ti kpɛma Light Foundation bɛ yɛli ti lala foundation shɛli ban yisi n ʒi lala ʒili ŋɔ maa ti musulinim zaa n-tiɛha ti kpambi ban zaa di fiira maa bɛ yino kam ni yisi o suhinduma Naawuni na tamlana n-ti lala foundation ŋɔ maa din yina ka di nyɛla ti ni musulinima ti bini nyɛli ka bɛ yina ti tumdi laa tuun kara zaŋ tiri musulinsi ti di zuɣunduma Naawuni na tamlana kpaŋsimli kpambi maa bɛ lan kpaŋsiri ba bɛ kpaŋ bɛ maŋ viɛnyɛlinga bɛ di zani kpɛ ŋɔ maa lahibali ni tu niri paa luɣuli kam yiko yina bɛni ka bɛ ni tooi gili tiŋgbani shɛŋa bee tiŋ shɛŋa din kɔɣili bɛ kpaŋ bɛ maŋa bahigu ti ba afa aswad o yɛliya afanim ni laɣim goona yili shɛm ni bɛ kalinli bɛ kuni mali kɔbisi wei pa namba bihi m-bala to ama Light Foundation bɛ ti pupiɛli lahibali ni bin kpaŋ bɛ maŋa ka lahibali paa nimaani ti kpambi maa fiira puuni bɛ yɛli ti ni di tuya ni ti niŋ zaɣa pam zaŋ chaŋ lala kalinli shɛli din yɛn niŋ ŋɔ maa ni bɛ nya puuni gba di mi nyɛla lala ni di mali nimmɔhi n gari tin yina ti piiri zuɣulana nim la don popo zoglan so mon bien ma nyen pigo be ka nyen pigo ama kalan lo ma yan wo on yan tumtu shale to ro chane de chane te non ni mo pam na lala bane to pam ma ya to apone balam bang setani tenini na mosolense bwa shallan karnyanga mosolense be ko bwa na te chaka la bal galgal lo kam be ko bwa musulmi bwa shallan karnyanga lala ni relam bwa shale karnyala wal kam samshal den be mosolense ni ayi dan bo ma dikar kyab shi mbalama mosolense bwa shal balandire lala to alwa nyanga to ro te pam te man pam kala bale kar wolge ngon kam to ni omile belang pang sete pam ne den to nan ka kalbo ma she ka banyam bwahni mun vo songoma ka di kanin nisam ari kamilense zanchang mashina shanga ban yusar mango beben sabshal nan ma abami to nyin pang ma mango ka nyangun ninni ko biya yoma kalala tumo ma kartum ka di table na yule na dadi adadi ni de shirkeya torzon wa maner to banta manka de yi polo kasokam dele la lanyale fanama de tuanata non ne muhaddab so ma za to khotoba nama imma dan kar kulyan nan beti yan zan ma pelle beti yan zan ma nale ta damale yanama ta suna yelnama ta koyiya she dan bo ma dan ko kanan balama danan tun kama musulnama bamal bang sun ven yalnga kar wulge lol kam ta radio station nama de tuanela baloma de yam ven yalnga tada pamba ma balang pang sete na tanon solo pam zan chang la kalnoma biya kalle da malbukata na sahabiala da adam de cheko nye nywane halde nan makaba kale ka pa yata biani balan lab na nyanga na batalan lab kale tanon solo tada dini tumanyale karlanya gana belchin setuma ben shaaden yan sonta tangban ma zasa ven yala ta pang tamanga ka tangpanse na lo shaaden palm ka lahbaya karpai nimane veyalanga ta pamma blang pangsete dan changda la tuma te yino kam o pang mo man ko zango manzal ambassador zan tilala tuma ma tarnan fawale nadana blang pangsete zan chang musulense ya to ayin shal den la tuma ma dan nya musulense ta pang tama ka walbo karbato kanna haldi ko ambianteni salsalam balama to ama tichaka pamma na zang misale shanga zang ti tangman twalang nama tana kul zama ta musulun sozo ta zama ta musulun mabilgo zo kana kuna ntazabe ti bor na tazafa ama ta challe ta mabiya wanzan shehu dalo zane ngon balan zang te tan musulun nama ta bang ta ma ka ta biya ho man la kaman so da dami ba so muni oti an kapsele dan nan tom zang to ama akul za konko kagang da musulun mabiya de yampaga nyala de yampaga rozo lahballan yina ne mbwahe ranchang tan musul nama apart from tangban ma zane yirna nabakal da dam bialgo bambe tangban ma ne tan ba musul nama tamal pam mang shale de no to mbang tan ba mang kalenle karpan government ko yan non tanu dar kamala jadam o tete popialen lahbale kamal lala banma de biarapuni ta bang serba pam bachaka lala yallo ma da toy katanyale dab songa puni nta hakpamba ma tankol jahjahe lahbal shale bakpamle punam balama don ko bian yala lala tun shaltin yantum wama ndam musulense mpohole poy katangban ma zalgo na yam pohole torozo ay yese nkpanga man ven yala ka musulnama ka ban bakar sabven yala ngaden tusham ngoma asonga musulense de chaka musulense ta barge kar nyala nyin nan sampunan balama ayi tangban ma de zalgo balama de malabukata na nan nu nsabban nsongban be fokom se pone ka to bang ben yam plane sham ata tanan banshi yango ta pambe tanan zango na ta pom mallah bale ama jingo ma no fenyala tan yan zang lah bal ma karpai bang kalesham te don donani nim kura balle ma paba bahago katiante te to zo paba bambe kyango ay le saloma poni e galsam enam bursa pam ngar dabba torozo to zo paba nya musul nama jingo ma de pangsarba pam banang nimwahe na zaa zanchang lala kalle shale de yang kalwama ta pohro sokam yabzamyo na kwamba bandolona bangahanu bwale zore be organization zore adina zore le mamandama sokam cholo shana kakana ka shɛli lala ʒii ŋɔ maa di muhimmanci di importance ni paai shɛm naawuni chɛ ka tin gbaai yɛltɔɣa shɛli maa ka di niŋ anfaani zaŋ ti naawuni deei suhigu.
Foundation would want to thank the regional chief imam for leaving his busy schedule and to be part of this program. I also want to thank our chairman, Dr. Rawal, for agreeing to chair the occasion to a successful end, and to thank Sheikh Elias for also being an integral part of this program. I also want to thank the Ahmadiyya Mission Rep, who is Molvi Abdul Jabbar Adam. I also want to thank our guest speaker, Sheikh Dr. Al Hussein, and one of our resource persons, Al-Haji MB Adam, who is the Muslim rep on the Publicity, Advocacy and Education Committee for the 2021 Population and Housing Census. Again, I want to thank our statistician, who has been very helpful in providing us with useful information for this occasion, Mr. George Agbenya. You have been very impactful in this program. Again, I want to thank the CEO of the Light Foundation for his immense contribution to the organization and the success of this particular program, Sheikh Ali Napari. We are grateful. I also want to thank Sheikh Swaleh, the rep of Sheikh Dalhu, that's the Shia sect, for gracing our program. We are grateful. And I also want to thank Sheikh Sami Idris, Sheikh Abdel Sami Isa Idris, for representing Sheikh Saeed Abubakar Zakaria for this particular program. And also to thank the representatives of Ajia Mariam. She's not able to be part of this program, but the significance of the program has made her to send a delegation to be part of this program. I thank them for gracing our occasion. And also to thank the patrons and students of the various senior high schools that have made it to this program, and the colleges of education who are here as well. And also to thank our media partners, Gaskia TV, Radio Tamale, to thank Zar Radio, Joy, as well as others who are part of this program, who will make it possible for our Muslim brethren and sisters who are not here with us. And again, to thank all our imams who have left their busy schedules and engagements elsewhere and have been part of this program all the way from the beginning up till now. We are grateful to you for the time and the resource and the energy that you have put into this particular program. We are grateful to you for the honor that you have done the Muslim community. And we are grateful to everybody, every single person that we have invited, and even including those who were not invited, but they heard the significance of the program and have decided to be part of this important exercise. We are grateful to you for gracing this occasion, and to encourage that it doesn't end here. It is a continuum, it's a process. Let us carry the message from here to our homes and to every Muslim brother and sister out there, so we can all be part of this exercise. Thank you very much for gracing our occasion, and may the Almighty Allah send us back home safely. Yes, I think I've acknowledged the media, but the significance that the media play in this particular program is very important, and we cannot underestimate or understate what they have been doing. Gaskia TV have traveled all the way from Accra. They are with us from Accra. They carried the Accra program, Accra version of this particular program. They carried it all the way in Kumasi and all the way to Tamale. We are grateful to you for the service that you are doing for the Muslim Ummah, and as well as some of the media partners of this particular version of the engagement that we are having. Radio Tamale, Joy FM, Zar Radio, as Sopiale FM is also here, Tamale Online is also here, and then a host of others. So we are grateful to you for the time and space that you have given this particular program, and may Allah bless us all. And so at this juncture, I want to call on Al-Haji Majid Muhammad, that is the Zonal Chief Imam of the Ahmadiyya Mission in Yendi, to give us a closing prayer so we can draw a curtain to this particular program. So after the closing prayer, we would encourage that everybody should remain seated while other things that are yet to be done would continue, and then we can take group pictures and then depart from the program. So, tikwa so me oye no ado ama nage ka tele na kuji tishishama kama minti de Bible sabu ka benchana bien kam ne na ka dele na ka tema photo no na oyi ko ka na pom na pom. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, most gracious, ever merciful. Alhamdulillah, summa alhamdulillah. Our revered Chief Imam, our respected Dr. the Chairman for this occasion, and the organizers of this, Light Foundation. Our prayers, first of all, goes to them because they have made the effort by assembling all of us here. May Almighty Allah bless them. Our regional chief imam, our ulama who are here, time will not permit us to address them humbly. They shall leave the closing prayer. So we thank them. Sallu ala Nabi Karim. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب لا إله إلا الله الحليم الكريم سبحان الله رب العرش العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين أسألك موجبات رحمتك وعزائم مغفرتك وغنيمة من كل بر وسلامة من كل اسم لا تدع لي ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا حاجة لك رضا إلا قضيته يا أرحم الراحمين ربنا أعطنا من لدنك رحمة وهي لنا من أمر رشدا ربنا أعطنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع الدعاء وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم آمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
Imam, na one day solo.
Amin, 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 amin.
Imam, so me zamu kai ma jama'an a cikin wanga taro da muka samu.
Hakika yamman yare tun juma non ta amfani pam. To jimon le zanye to asel son ton din ni bin shakam sonte din danye zimsima. To pon ti labi janga ti non senyola ti te hutwan ne ten dans le banc jama'a tout ça ben shakatin ye pion men yelti pi kalam banc jama'atu la ko kam ne timbi amliya suna donc ko yili de la ma ka kalam banc jama'atu ben shakatin ye rosel tum ba pion ma kaman so kabla pon ma ko nan ni mu yina te kale o mam pa musul no zo ka de ne shakatin nam ma kar dudu zo tan tamal niela.
Imam na wanda ya solo a murya kenan da kuka ji daga wato regional chief imam shine Alhaji Sheikh Ahmad Abdulsalam. Mun gode kwarai. A cikin wannan zama mun katari da maga kujera shine wato chairman Lango Ma. So chairman, salamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're welcome.
Chama, how happy are you seeing this Lango gathering successful and you chairing it to the end? Very successful.
Well, very interesting, and thanks for the opportunity. Really, we've benefited a lot. This such gatherings is very important to the entire Ghanaians and Muslims in particular. As we've observed, there were a number of issues regarding the population census which were not clear to most of Muslims. I would say most of the entire Ghanaians. But inshallah ta'ala, through this gathering, we had people who took us through to educate us a lot about those issues. We are now much conversant about the issue, the importance of it, how each and every individual, how each and every Ghanaian can participate to make this exercise very successful. So we are very much grateful for the opportunity given. And inshallah ta'ala, we are pledging, all the participants are pledging to carry the information which has been shared in this gathering to every Ghanaian who is in need of it, inshallah ta'ala.
Chairman, once more, the question of enumerators going around and our people asking them for money. What are you going to tell our people in this regard? Because if the person is not giving money, I assume the person will not allow himself to be counted. This one, I want you to take us through to the local language.
Lala yeto alngoma banyangale tumtumama bashaba tiyare banyan buhar shabma batambalarne bonama lala tumama de kahgiya te jingoma puni betumambala kabapiba inyan yuaba la ashale banyan yuaba torozo sol kane ne dadam ti sol ashale sol kane ne bibo la ashale ato benyim mamman to la ashale to ama tanam biago puni balema ta musulnama ne ta dagbamba nordness ta culture sandi koto twana yanga ka ba to jishe song dan polonguna da karne san koto kana ntamal bukata na kwam haloyi na biyal kwam akulun zuho kwam to rezo den yibiane mbati hanar bienwa ma puni kolla da bolor zangto ayi soro borsele talamale nin tagle ni tangban ne pinin vo shabban na bachangtum lala tumama tamal nin tagle na bana bangba mamanga banchaka kashi karbe batumama ne ka de changven yalanga na onon takatare na.
What will you tell Gaskia TV on this occasion of Gaskia TV spreading Islam across the country and across the globe? What are you going to tell the people of North in order to stay glued to Gaskia TV?
Well, today's greatest media house, that's the Gaskia TV of Tanambambe Tudungana, Lala TV wama Gaskia TV Tashaba Tato Dwelle Karinyala TV Shale the Melza Pam Hali Yulma Agba ton Ghana tan musulin sai kulchana gwen biahle bahde intableme Gaskia ma bi maana yelmangle musulin sai min ye so ashal mbala ma yemangle to rezo la station ma ba Melza ne nimwa pam zanchang ben shakam den yampa musulmi ko ni zanchango dadi ma polo ben shaaden yan pa musulmi kangongba mal on mal shale ntabo musulmi sama ben di amfan shale den betang ban mane to rezo lala media house ma Gaskia ta pangsare ta musulma bilgo bambe kyongo da bah bande ban womde zuriya shale ben yarda poni banan zaapam na radwalbo den yala ben shaadan mal amfan kara zanti musulma hal tilan nan zanar dwalbuma da zoye pam ka bata zang tan wana yato ashal tan yara dagbanle zang pahe don lala TV ma bayamana na basong musulin se bitin ya ka musulin shabande in yar dagbanle baza be ban namba bagalsiya pam dwalle sahaban nan za tuman yan bala ma gbazanti ban yar dagbanle kan nan ka amfan shal don ko bian ma ka musulin namzadile.
Nowadays,
Amen. And we are also very grateful for the opportunity given. You people left down Accra, travel all around in order to propagate Islam in the first place and also to assist and enhance the national exercise. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all the congregation, all those from far and near. May Allah see them through, send them back to their residence very safely. Thank you for the opportunity given. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sheikh, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
You're well done with this human's job. Your marvelous movement to and fro. That is, no one can imagine the input you put in. I want you to tell the people of the Moli Dagbani you said you made mention of. I want you to send them a message in 2 or 3 minutes regarding this very census that we are embarking on.
Yeah, thank you very much. To mabihi nyanyale wale bojung nasara na jana wona. Bunu jutu nyoga yalanga nimbi jie apili awana onalanga. Population census onala nusalaba sorbo. Blan an wuli number walan bi te Ghana ngang ba walan e daba ba walan e poba ba walan e bihi ba walan batara tuma ba walan tara tuma anan ba ma batara lamfia anan blantin na te yela bor he kwon lomboring bi salahi lomboring bi te tumhetu lomboring generally so da ka gamen gara ko plan ne ko ban plan ayet min yore abanka tin sanga ne nga blanga tin kara die ayi government sang to salama he pana yen bi je ya ja akwa yele poma bana amudlanga yelanga ta nyogo jinanga o ye yon pihinu bi yon ko anawa ayela ta nyogo jinanga bojun records na ambi government physical service records ne wulungo salama he 17.6% in the 2010 census tebasaga sanga jatira ambasaga te bayaka te parebla timpana parabla na karno bo ayela manga akubo cha number fiinga bande kutinga kana waka pobula anabana ande akuriti kabla pana juun karaponje ja through the Lat Foundation through Barka Policy Institute through Komok tinja ihi anyoko nimbi jia ka salama ja ambigana lombolo mbor ja kawana wako sorati kaneja yi baba sora Ghanaians yung nia a Ghanaian bi nia amba e Ghanaian cha beautiful a beautiful anadara ne kabayi anwa mehe ka wasorba so that at the end of the day kariba nyeta accurate number bojo te sagadi yanka te pare 45 to 50% ka janyi ka wasorate imagine nyatinan tenan dora yaga tenan dire pogba yaga tenan tira posar he tenan tira bipola andire pogba asa ko ba doge kabla pana wuruka from 1960 awananga tilan a 17.6% balaba yala manga tenven ka number banka ti ihe bana ka de change ayala kana wa ebahe tena baya te number na ensemble te slam he fanga ensemble tena ban yile ko government ti yala bor una langa ka wasaka yobuju neja banya te official records ensemble ne ko ban ihe abmonti jala kare efi ajo te batara yala jatin na yala te batara goma jatin na gong paman te kola gong an number na yala akuti anen ju kar dimbi jammo ayala nga po man la alaja adam a representative salama he together with Dr. Marzouk Njola Abia Krang tunu aslama gba boron on the publicity education and advocacy committee ajune ja wona yelanga on the 27th tina pillar census nga kane ja yi poko bi sana la abitifu hala kuno yen sana gba agwa ayi Burkina Faso bi Togo bi Africa Coast bi America bi China chabitifu anandare ne keben ka basor apate inga karanyi tin basembla salama he tetere jiba na maki salama be islama ana jene bambona PO5 number 5 baya ka islam bon la bon jan an islama asaka islama le kabanan bonka edina labo kiya ka islama kawa mako abahaja ona ka computer na sore awul namba manga ne aju yela tin apian ona labla dina tumala a Ghana tuma an sin ka ta nyoga anenu hayi karanya ayala manga ambijene assalamu alaikum.
Salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. All too soon, the program has come to an end successfully. But from the gathering, I would want you to be sincere to us as we are standing, speaking to the public. What were you not able to address regarding the expectation of the Muslim Ummah in this exercise?
In fact, I'm very happy that the Muslim community have taken this exercise very seriously, in the sense that the census data matters for everybody. Once you want to make advocacy for whatever, you need data to back whatever you are looking for. So I'm very happy the Muslim community has taken it upon themselves to make sure that this exercise will go down and make sure that everybody, every Muslim is counted. It's a very laudable idea. What I was not able to address, however, very well is the confidence in the census, which I want to address now. The Muslim community should have all the confidence in this exercise. In the first place, everybody is recruited at their native land. So we hope the language for the interview is addressed. The transparency in data, we can assure we have all the monitoring in place to make sure that what comes out is successful. We have monitors at all levels. Apart from that, we have monitoring tools in the transmission of the data itself. Why am I saying so? We have the district data IT in every district. We have the district data monitor at the regional level and at the national level. Every data that is transmitted every day, there are analysts at the head office who extract this data and analyze it and send the report back to the district. Whatever that goes beyond any limit, they send the report back. For instance, at the listing stage, the number of households that the enumerators collected is being analyzed compared with the projected population for 2021. Where there are some gaps, they send the report back for it to cross-check. So I can assure the Muslim community that everything is done at all levels to make sure that whatever comes out is quality data that we can all be proud of.
Has there been any provision that I can go to my district and then verify whether the information I have given truly has been processed?
You, as a household member, if you want to see your data can be made available to you, but no other person's data because of confidentiality. Yes. So if you make the proper, if pass through the proper channel, your household data can be shown to you, and you can testify whether that is the right or not.
Any provision that I will be given a duplicate after that, so that I will know that yes, even if I cannot walk to the district office, I know whatever I have given is computed well.
No, that ID is not relevant to us as such, because we are visiting every house, every crony to collect the data. And we are not collecting the data on citizens of Ghana alone. Anybody that finds himself or herself in the boundaries of Ghana on that 27th will be counted.
Your final message to the Ghanaian populace at large?
The Ghanaian population needs this data very much. Why am I saying this? Whatever that you are looking for, you need data to back your request for that. Whatever facilities that you are looking for in your community, you need data to show that actually you lack this facility, be it school, be it water, be it sanitation facilities. You need data. So I would urge all Ghanaians to participate in this exercise. Whenever there's any household that is not visited by an enumerator, there's a line that you have to call so that you quickly come back, and then do that. We don't hope to leave any household, but in case it happens, quickly, there's a hotline.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. To revise Zakani well. Okay. Amara ba Gaskia TV. Why? Mashallah. Nowadays, Ami. Now don't Gaskia TV. Yeah. I want you to go. Like so me major one to get the action. We have to the iron one that some of us are governing are oh, alhamdulillah, we go to power now. You could have to laugh. You will roll the moment come back. Zanama and Yaka Zan, more than with the Panama, and the Limbarnum go. That's I. Well, in administration.
kakara ko yulu jimani ta kan da jimani nyamoni addini ni wutan sun gobe ti yina sab musun sun zo don ka yina wa hal ba kan na ko ko la ni shele mun mai ban ni ku kam banye media na ma banye kaman gaskiya tv mutu tv joy news banye online ko da fm station na ma da ka na ku jimani ita tin jin jin northern region mo Tamale mo na unga fara kar kun karin yer bawo to mal ya kaman de ko kam te pille to mal la ne kan pilla banka na de shaban yin mu kai kafe akra to pamde ne information ma ba yin dal ma ta ko to ni bi shaban ban mo tin na ga kam bu mi be yan nale tin ya ba leadership yi sa shale ba robun tin ko ma bai tin yan to ni ra ban ba ita jiwo puni tinyak afa aswad min Sheikh Ilyas وزان قزل السماء ni northern region of the Malada Western Manna aman 900 du'at أو العمل العلمي زي northern region نضرب مثلا كانت كاونتي إن شاء الله مني حاج آدم تيم صارت فرنسيكم كلا لا تندل بك بكون ريال لبلان كلا ما تن تمنت التيم لا فانديشن تيم كم أفن ما ناوغ أفا ومن 900 kamnya afan man karachi ni man na bo zore ta mati mo ya fara na be ta ni bo gele no don region ja to na unga fara insha Allah sai yu bo zo halka kaluma hal kaluma ai kana na unga kon ko ya ni ko shaba yusur fm interview social media limana ma nyar nya kamani be ta mo so da malba sun create whatsapp group kom to ti ka fa ba zan fa ba then yeah, gwamnati so that domin yalama za a kan gwamnati ko nan da za ke ta kusa domin ba jagun yala wula za ta yi ta kan musan da gwamnati na jagu da shaɗi yadda ka gana ka san ko ne da shaɗi yadda ka jagu
Anna yama adin final message ko zanta ta gani
nuke mallah bal shal da
amma labal shal
jaga ba ko to mallah bal shal yala kamar lala kalbu kalbu wannan sawa'u yin duniya ne sallama addinin ya nawo mun kamina don musulmuna addinin puli musulmi da addini anan ne yana tun kuma kam to ne yiko tun kuma da sabara da Allah bi ma'ana armal ne kamar da ko kale chabiyan kal ka to mun register ayu musulmi kana on je ga ni na wala ne ma na wai za mu sallallahu to zo musulmi kam da nan fa wa alai kal kalbuman tun nage ka ayul kan fangma mga dinga a hacin yale kamar tun ku yabtam kam abakin ka kala aji a musulci zalunci ka ji a mamma zalunci domin bi bi kala ba ko ma la sabon fa ne mo sabin yan cikin kala lalan la yale a dadini adilu zalunci wazo dai bora na to duha dadini ka gwamna gana ba karshen to ne ba ma kala bana wani gwal ya bule ka cheka ya ha da bul fare ka to kal ta fa da bul bi shadi en son gwamnati la samma fu da gwamnati to ban sai ainihin ta adadin nufin ya shale to da ka to zan ita hadu lamma sai nan ku fai ba mi kalba kaluma wannan adalci bari kunnan ya ta shale a ta tsaye da irin a tsaye ma da ka yadda karkane yadda mi kuka shalza ha kadan to alkane to shi to an to ta to da an ta shi to an da an ta ka no ben yala to mi ta nu kuno gana ni yan nan ta gana can ben yala ni yan nan ta ka din musu ki can su ba da wuni ta ka gana ka fito ne da wani ka din musu ka fito ne amma da su pumpo wata ne da shalwo ne gwamnati da an ga fara adada shalbin yi tsira musulmin ma this time around na an ga fara adada ma da from come to the social
adadin ma tin cha dunsa Ah, wato akan wannan dandali na taskar gaskiya karshen interview kenan da muka kawo daga nan birnin arewa da muka zo cikin da yardan Allah ko me kuma zai faru kai da kawowa a cikin wannan ƙididdigar wato yawan gidaje da kuma jama'an Ghana baki daya ku kasance kan gaskiya TV a kan taskar gaskiya TV. Za mu kawo muku madadin abin da zai gudana insha Allah amma bari in gaya muku na shigo kasan arewa na koyi kuma da bani isa wanga ina so challenge zuwa yan uwaye na da muke kan gaskiya muna hausa kuma zai da bani maraba gaskiya TV Alhaji Hamza Tanko a maraba gaskiya TV kun ko dinna ayam bala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu.